Today's podcast is brought to you by
GuardianWaterServices.com. If you have stinky water,
there's no other way to say it. I like that.
Or maybe you buy a bunch of bottled water, you have filters, like we have that RO system that basically goes underneath your sink, has its own separate faucet, and you get filtered, reverse osmosis water.
It's beautiful.
Like on demand, and it's there all the time. You use it to cook, you use it for your kids' water.
I'm pretty proud of us here. Like, I mean, look, we don't pat ourselves on the back very often, but we haven't bought a bottle of water in, I want to say, almost a year now.
Don't need it.
Where, not even for our guests. We'll just offer them, we'll say, like, hey, we have an RO system. Would you like some ice? We give them a beautiful RO ice that they can use.
Easy to install. They can install in a couple hours. That's no problem. If you want a full conditioning system, they'll put that Westinghouse system in your garage or the side of your house, and that way all the water that goes into your house saves all your fixtures, saves all your appliances.
Your piping, but you got to get them by. You got to get them by. And let them know that let them know rather that you are a Tom and Dan listener, because I know Josh and his team love that. They do so much charitable work, and it's why we're really proud to work with them. They do so much for Yellow Brick Road.
Yes.
Charity that's near and dear to our hearts. They help children with congenital heart defects. So when you're purchasing an RO system or a full Westinghouse system, you're actually helping out these kids, because Josh is always giving back.
Yep. So if you're having problems with your water,
I feel bad for you, son. You always do that.
Why do I say it in that cadence?
Naturally Jay-Z. Naturally Jay-Z. That's coming from White Tom Jay-Z. He said, if you got problems with your water, he feels bad for you, son. You got to call Guardian and get that shit done.
GuardianWaterServices.com.
I tried to say shit. I did say shit.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Our producer Samantha's here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I just found out one of our Twitch chatters had the swine flu, and they are offended.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
What are the chances of that?
Wow.
You're fine.
Hey, if they're still here, type in.
Yeah.
We like to warm up by talking about our favorite diseases.
Yeah, you had the swine flu. We all had corona. Take that.
Yeah.
Ours is better.
You always call it corona. Is that for humor?
What?
I call it COVID.
It sounds.
And you call it corona.
He equates it to alcohol.
Well,
What do you call it?
COVID?
Okay.
Corona's more lighthearted.
I call it COVID.
COVID. I think everybody calls it COVID. When you say
That's
corona.
old Pop saying,
Goddamn corona. Noval. I got the Noval coronas.
So corona
Noval.
is the virus that causes the disease.
He gives us the
COVID.
numbers. He's like, I got the Noval Corona COVID-19 XJ7. You give it the full government name.
It's just Corona sounds funnier to me, right? COVID sounds too serious.
Well, it's kind of serious.
It is serious.
I know. I'm just. This is a comedy show.
Hey, the wife's here, everybody.
Wow, guys.
How do you guys feel about masks?
They immediately come in here. They start. My wife's yelling about insurance. They're checking through our numbers. Let me just look at your numbers.
We had a random listener walk in at 10 a.m. thinking he
Have you
was supposed
told
to
your wife I have no idea what I'm doing?
Fucking IRS came in here and they instantly knew everything. They just sat down and they started accessing
They started
our
crunching the
database.
numbers.
Yeah, and then Sam's like, "Are you going to let them do that?" I'm like, "I'm powerless here. I don't know what the fuck to do."
We don't try. When you sorry,
It's goddamn novel corona COVID-19.
I don't know if
XJ7.
after all these years, I still don't know if Crystal and I trust you enough to write.
Of course you should. I know she doesn't trust him, but I was holding out hope for you.
Well, we were checking because you were going on vacation. You're going skiing. Things can happen when you're skiing, so I'm just checking that your insurance is up to date.
My wife was making sure that your Keyman insurance was paid up so you don't Sonny Bono.
And I'm shit-faced and no helmet.
Yesterday, he tells me the
higher than
story.
Chong.
I'm like, hey, because I still try to trudge through small talk because I'm a fucking idiot. And I go, hey, you excited about going skiing? Oh, I couldn't find any boots. They're all sold out. So I got an X-Acto knife. I found a video and I'll hollow out my boots. I'm going to hollow out my boots with a knife so they fit my feet.
Yeah, he's got to cut the toe out of one of them. What? Well,
you didn't hear about this?
That's what Reddit said.
That's what crazy people do. He always uses that on me. He's always, that's what crazy people do.
Why can't you wait until you get out there?
You know what crazy motherfuckers do? Crazy motherfuckers use a knife to dig out the toe of their snow boot.
What's going on with why?
So you know his feet are 2 different sizes.
No, she doesn't know that.
Oh,
stand up and show her. She needs to know.
my God.
Put him up.
She needs to know.
I need to see.
You can't tell.
Has your
Stand
arch fallen?
No,
Is
he
this
broke.
why?
He broke his foot.
When he was
Wow,
a
that
kid.
toe is a lot longer.
Yeah, so it's a whole size difference.
It's,
So
okay.
It's grotesque.
So-
it's like 1/2 foot and one long foot.
so we needed.
It's like,
I bought him
it's
a
like
new.
the clown who had one shoe.
I bought him a second pair of boots this year.
Yeah.
One in size 10 and one in size 9, so he could wear one on one foot and one on the other foot. Which
Handicap.
is a terrible waste of money, but anyway, it didn't fit or whatever, so we returned it. And now there's apparently a boot shortage.
Yeah.
There's a shortage of like everything, but
Everything.
also snowboard boots.
Snowboard boots.
In Florida, that's weird.
And so he.
They make them in Russia.
They're weird.
So look, anyway, the guy suggested that there are companies who can hollow out the toe, because the problem is last year TC lost his toe or his toenails.
My Jesus God.
See, this is why we need the insurance.
God, you keep a lot of secrets from us. This man's been walking around with a 1/2 foot with one toe on it.
Can you put like some cotton or in the toe? Like
It's gotta be hollowed
It
out.
needs to be longer.
Yeah. Why don't you just chop the toes off and run it? Cold toe.
Have you called any places out there in Colorado where they specialize
of course
in
I haven't,
snowboard
Andrea.
stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, Andrea, what
We might have a listener that might
If you
have
saw
a pair.
how I ran my life, it would. I mean, you'd faint.
Do you? So, are you going to take a tiny X-Acto knife and then you reach into the toe of the boot?
But what if you poke a hole through your boot?
Now,
scrape it up real good.
There's like an inner lining, and they said on Reddit that
God. No, Reddit.
You take the inner lining and then you
4chan.
somehow.
He's on 4chan. This is how you make your boots not communist.
Anyway, they said that you could do it. I'll attempt to do it, and then I'll just lose my toenail again.
That's fine. Don't do it.
So let's go back to the way
Is this a chat
morning
with the Masters?
started.
What are we doing?
No.
Okay,
because
I'm completely lost. We have recorded so much this week. I'm putting up the wrong shows. I don't know where I'm at. I'm having mental breakdowns. I'm the weakest I've ever been.
Well, Andrea and I have been given no idea of why we're here.
No, I don't even know what my wife walked in. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here?
So this is an intervention, right?
I'm like, where's my daughter?
Not for us.
No, it's,
No.
let me just bet.
We had to trick Tom to think it wasn't for him.
Wait, this is an intervention for him? I need an intervention. I want it. I
It's
want
for
the
you both. It's for you
conservatorship.
both.
Conservatorship.
I had to get the ladies
I want
here.
a conservatorship. I want to shave my head. I want to
Lock
video
them
my-
up.
Yeah, cover my boobs.
so
Rolling around Instagram all day.
Crystal gets here, then another knock on the door, and all of a sudden Daniel runs over there, and Daniel's like, "Hey!" And then I thought it was Andrea because we
Yeah.
were
Me
doing
too,
this
that's
wife
why I
cast.
didn't
It
know.
wasn't Andrew.
Yeah.
Guess who it was?
Yeah, it's game show Drew.
Fucking game show
At the-
Drew.
And then he
And
comes
he's
in.
dressed like he's on Baywatch.
And he's carrying a Yeti cooler like he's on the beach.
Yeah,
try
I'm here
too
for
hard,
the party.
Andrew.
Did you
He
bring your
did. He did look like he was going to the beach.
I think he's
Yeah.
crying in his car right now.
He's outside.
He's probably on Twitch watching us from his car.
Don't watch us. We're going to talk shit about you, man. Mad shit about you right now.
He tries so
turn
hard.
it off. Turn it off.
Too
You-
hard.
You tried too hard. Go home and just think about what you've done.
So then Andrea comes in, and
Horrible.
Andrea's like, "Hey, do you have this documents from 2019?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, she gave it even. She's
I
like,
have
remember
no
that,
idea.
Remember that one time you didn't pay that one thing, and then we got that one letter? 2016. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah.
And then she's like, I saw Game game show Drew. I just let him go to his car in case he was a rapist.
Andrea, you know Daniel enough to know that me and Daniel don't know nothing.
But I thought after the first
You know, I'd hug you right now if I could. That was eloquently said. Perfectly said.
I agree with Andrea. She was after the first time we fixed it, right?
Right. It took a long time to fix your
It took
mistake.
like 8 months to fix.
I know.
Wait, was this
But we
when he had to
fixed
have
it.
the nurse
That's how
come
it
again? He
was.
had to have the nurse come again.
Yeah, the nurse
That
has to
little
come
nurse,
again.
the little man. I know that little man. That's
Oh,
that
yeah,
little
two
man.
nurses.
This little nurse we have is a little gay nurse, and he looks like that Southern gay man that talks like this that everybody
Super
loves.
nice
I
gentleman.
forget the guy's name, but he's super famous. He's super famous Southern little gay actor.
What y'all doing?
And he's so great, and he's good in everything. He's Leslie. His name is Leslie,
Yeah.
and I'm blanking on his name. But that's exactly
Leslie
what he
Jordan.
sounds like. And that guy comes, and he's like making small talk. I love this nurse. He's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. He takes our blood.
I wish all my nurses were like this
Right.
guy. He's the
It's-
best.
It's for life insurance
Yes.
on each other
Well,
for the
you lost
business.
some weight, Daniel. You look pretty good. I was down at Southern Nights when it was Southern Nights. And he's telling me all these stuff. I love this guy.
And I was in here a couple of months ago and I asked you about it and you said, yeah, I'll check into
yeah,
it.
the gay nurse came. I remember.
No,
That's what I tell everybody about everything.
Yeah, that is true. That is a fact.
And then they tend to stop bothering you after you tell them that.
Okay, did the
and then
chat
I go
room,
on with my day.
We're on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. Did the chat room just show up to just, they're like, these poor women. These poor women. Poor Crystal. Oh, Andrea.
Well, they heard about your butthole earlier this week.
Oh my God.
Oh boy, I didn't hear about that.
Oh no.
Oh, you don't know about it?
That
Oh,
was
wait.
the most organic. I didn't know. You sounded like old baseball grandpa. You're like, oh boy.
Wait, I want to know if Crystal would do this.
Oh boy.
I'm going. Okay, we can talk about this
All
because
right.
I like talking about the crazy things
Do you wanna
Daniel
see it?
does, so that my
it's still
wife
on my phone.
appreciates me a little more for sitting and doing nothing to nobody.
Your wife always appreciates you. I see her post where she's like, "We love you more than anything." Blah, blah, about
That's
you. I
for
never
show.
get those. I never get
That's
those.
to paint a picture.
Because you're
to
making me look at your butthole.
Yeah.
Dan, you know, the opposite is TC doesn't. I've never seen TC's butthole.
We're the yin and yang of buttholes.
Yeah, we are. We're a butthole yin and yang. We're the yin yang twins.
He
Make that a
won't let-
t-shirt,
Except,
Pabone.
except I have a tiny hemorrhoid arm. Tiny little hemorrhoid. Wait till you see my roids, bitch.
Okay, that's the next song.
I want to look at it.
Okay, so
Hold on. No, I can do it. I can do it. Hold on.
Hey, listen, little mama, let me tell you about my rod. It's in my ass, and it's as big as a Ford. It's fucking really big, and it weighs 20 pounds. It's purple, and it's cool, and it lays on the ground. Wait till you see my roids, bitch. Wait till you see my roids.
okay. So,
Oh my God, I broke it. Oh, I thought it was going to stay on forever.
over the weekend, Daniel wakes me up. No joke, it's 3 a.m.
It wasn't 3 a.m.
Oh.
It was like 2:45.
Worse.
It was.
And
Get
he,
the facts right.
and he comes out and he flips on the light. The big light. The big light.
Well, what
in the
other
room.
light is there? Like she has a myriad of like. You got to turn on zone 1 light, zone 2 light. Then you got to
have
turn on
to
the
say-
NORAD light. Then you got to turn on auxiliary light 5.
But it's,
It's too much because she's a bitch in the bed.
yes, it's 2:45 in the fucking morning.
Yeah, get him. I love when the wives are here. This
So
is great.
he goes-
Because Andrea and Maisie straight up fuck with me constantly, and I'm done.
So he said, he goes, something's wrong with my butt. Something's wrong. And I knew I was going to have to look at it, so then I could go back to bed. Because if not, he was
It's like,
going to...
it's like getting up to pee. You're like, you might as well just do it now or it's going to bother you for the next 2 hours. So just get it over with.
Just get it over with.
Yeah.
And I knew if I didn't look at it and help him out, I would be up from 2:45 till...
Is this what you want? Is this a show you wanted?
This is what I want.
So-
oh, no, it's-
Corona.
it got to him now.
Goddamn Corona.
He lays on the bed, butt up in the air.
No.
And spreads his
Hold on. You
Face
can,
down, ass up.
Yeah, well, I fall
way we
like a
like
soldier. I do the thing. I stand like
Because
a
the
soldier,
bed is too
and then
big.
Because the bed is too big. I'm too short for the bed. Get it all out, you tall bitch. And I stand, the bed's too tall, so I have to stand on the bed, and then I have to fall onto it, and it lifts my legs. My legs go up in the air. And then I have to take my ass, and I've got my boxers where my knees are, and I take my ass, and then, because I want to do it right professionally, I cup it tight, like equal parts cheek in each hand, and then I gently lift and pull. Open, so I'm like, all right.
Okay, then you see how
and
he
then
tells
I
me-
instruct her because I've been trying to take a photo of my butt with myself, but I can't because I can't tap the screen to get the yellow focus marks. So I tell her, make sure you tap the hole so it focuses.
I'm not just looking at it. I'm taking a picture of him.
Because I gotta survey the land.
You can't squat over your phone?
That's what I said.
I tried, and then Sam said you could have put on a timer, and I didn't think about that. And you know what? Timer's going to take too long. I need action now. I can't be like, 30-second timer.
Well, 30 seconds. No, but that would have taken too long because I would have heard him in the bathroom, like trying to
shutter.
You didn't hear me in there? I've been in there for probably 30 minutes.
I need it done and over with so I can go back to sleep.
This is
so I take this picture and then I give it to him, and he's like, and then he, starts.
What is Daniel doing at this time?
I do
Why are you awake? Why were you awake at this time?
I was having a dream that I had a problem with my butthole. And I think I was in my dream feeling this grape-sized hemorrhoid that's on my butt. And in my dream, I was fucking touching Freddy Krueger. I woke up, I was like, yeah! I was like, it was real!
He can't breathe. And then he starts dry heaving.
Hyperventilating.
No, I like the
He does the dry heave. And so, he gets this picture and he's like, but wait, it's not like purple, like what a hemorrhoid is supposed to look like. And then he's dry heaving in the bathroom. It's just so funny. It's such a mess.
Would you do that, Crystal?
I mean,
if he woke you up at 3 a.m. and is like, hey, can you take pictures of my butthole?
She's not going to turn down the chance to see the young thing.
I gotta see it.
But are you a sleepy
First, that's
like I am?
nearly impossible to wake you up.
Wow.
Me?
I tried to do it off the couch multiple times.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Oh my God. There's a lot of snorting going on. She's a dead body.
Listen, I just leave Daniel. When Daniel would fall asleep on the couch,
my dad used to say, you're going to scare the kids. My father used to say, my dad would say this in front of me. He'd say, well, God damn it, Carol, the only way you can make it back to the bedroom after getting drunk drinking wine is to suck the walls. My dad,
I don't get it.
My dad said that the only way she can find her way back to bed is to use her mouth to suck the fucking wall. He goes, she's back there sucking the walls. They get in these huge fights. Oh my God.
I had never
And I'm
heard
pretty
that.
sure my mom looked at my dad's butthole.
and you wonder where he got his temper from.
Oh, God.
Well, I've just never seen it, so I just want to see it because I
I've
feel
never even seen it. I've never seen it. No one's seen it. Well, we're doctor.
It was very
It's a great
clean.
butthole.
Well, I don't know.
Well, it isn't now. It's not a good butthole now. It was a good butthole.
No, it's
until now.
getting better. Because you've been soaking and suppository in it.
You motherfucker.
Hey, is it a Hemi? You got a Hemi?
Oh, yeah, there's a Hemi in there. Yeah, there's a Hemi in there.
Everybody gets a Hemi.
No,
every now
not
and
like
then.
this
I've
one.
never had a Hemi.
This is a grape.
Not either.
This is a grape. It was there's a different name for it. It's like when it hemorrhages out. And then they give it a great name when you get a lot of it and it hemorrhages out. It's called piles. That's great. You got piles.
This guy is teaching himself. He could be
Motherfucker's
his
got
own,
piles. You got piles, bro.
That's gross.
his own proctologist.
Pile of what? No, it's just me. I'm a pile.
Piles of what looks like an alien guts.
Listen,
It's not like that. No, this looks like my skin. Just skin.
Yeah.
With a grape. Somebody cut his skin, put the grape underneath, and sewed it up, and there you go. You got grape.
so you did have a grape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a picture
size?
if you want to see
That
it.
You wanna see
seems-
it?
No. But
He
that
took a
seems
picture. I mean, there's
really
pictures. He
big.
tried to show it to me. the
Yeah,
other
I
day,
just
which,
screamed.
Yeah, I tried to show it to her, but Mo was like, don't do it.
It wasn't like a full grape. It was like a baby grape.
It was like a cotton candy Publix grape.
Okay,
Are you grossed out by
like
that?
a pearl.
This big. No, I'm not grossed out by it.
Yeah, she was all cool. She was like, all right, we looked at it. You got a grape. I'm going to bed. Like, she's like,
Sleep
no
mask.
big deal.
I'm going to start sleeping. Do you still sleep with earplugs?
Hell no.
She does
I
sleep
can't.
mask, earplugs, blanket over her head, and a pillow over her head like she's trying to kill
I
herself.
can't. I'm worried about sleeping with the earplugs at home. I did on the camping trip, and I got the best sleep.
Yeah, I used to
Ever?
get the best sleep with those, but now I got a loud ringing in my ear 24 hours a day,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if I put earplugs in, it stays.
it's worse.
They get louder.
We go to sleep with the loud sounds of the Amazon River and a tiny
Amazon
Amazon fan
River.
and the Amazon fan blowing in my bathroom on level 4.
It's like, welcome to Survivor.
No, I have to do that too. Dyson on. tells Suri to play ocean sounds, and
Yeah, we have the
pillow,
same thing.
eye
And
mask.
I have the same thing. If I wear the cushiony ones from years of drumming, if I put cushiony the spongy ones in my ears, it just highlights the ringing that I naturally have.
Yeah.
Because it isolates too much of everything else. You know, the only thing that works for me are the ones that go over because it gives enough space for my ear canal to be able to
Yeah, but how you can sleep with that?
You can't.
Are we airing grievances? Because I got one.
Only if you show your butthole. Only if you show your butthole.
Is this a grievance
What?
about
One
yourself?
butthole for one
No,
grievance.
here's the facts. Here's the facts. There's only one person in here who has never showed his butthole to anybody. Everybody else in here has had their butthole seen.
Facts.
Actually,
a doctor
saw his
yeah,
butthole.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
doctor,
right.
and then
But I
we,
wanna
a
know,
nurse, a young nurse.
Is it black? Is it pink?
black.
Is it brown?
The
I don't
doctor
know.
was black?
No.
There's no way to know.
I thought you were being really racist. You're like, was that a black doctor?
Is there hair on it or not?
No,
I don't know.
There's hair.
You know,
Well, how do you know? You've never seen
hold
it
on.
either.
I'm going to go back to my
venture
picture.
a guess.
I'm going
He
back
did
to
the
my
butthole.
photo.
yeah.
I've never seen even him bend over and the crack spread a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's
I
hair.
don't want to show anybody.
Solid cheeks.
Yeah.
Don't spread.
I don't want to
He
show
tapes them
anybody.
together.
He's
Like,
very stiff. Very
I'm
stiff.
looking at mine. There is a decent smattering of hair, not a splattering, a smattering of hair, but it is very light in color.
Now,
Gray or blonde?
No, like the color of your hair.
next
Like
time
it's
you're in the
like
shower
blonde.
together, drop the soap and say,
No, I
No,
I guard against
he
that. I
protects
turn.
it. He'll turn his butt to the shower
Yeah,
wall.
yeah.
So then that
Don't
makes
look
me
at it.
think, well, what's in there?
So you've never seen him
What?
bend over and his
What's happened
balls
to you,
hang down?
Tom?
No, it's a regular. No, it's
no,
regular.
never. I've never seen balls hanging from the back.
Oh my God, Andrew,
What?
make fun of me,
No.
and then Maisie will laugh. She'll, and I'm with my balls are hanging down like
Not
a
from the
double
back.
man.
Does he
No.
have tight balls? Like, how do you not?
I'm not.
Well, I mean, they hang from the front. I see, but not from the back.
Quit talking about
They
it.
hang for the front. Your balls are so big they hang for the front. I got tight balls in the front and long in the back. I got mullet balls.
I just mean he doesn't bend over with his legs spread open so that I can see
Too
anything
stiff
from the back.
Too stiff to hang your balls.
I just
that's his rap name. The Yin Yang Too Stiff.
too stiff.
I'm just, modest. I'm not just going to spread my butthole to everybody.
You are showing your balls on Inside Edition, though, which
Yeah,
is
I did do
a bold
that.
move.
my
Did it
shorts.
fall out of your
Yeah, it
shoe?
fell out
No.
a little bit. A little bit of gum came out.
What?
Yep.
So what's your grievance? You
Yeah.
said you
Yeah.
had it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
These
So-
girls stay on topic. We should just give you guys the show, and we'll go do your jobs,
So-
which I couldn't do.
We're taking a shower, and
Who?
then
We're-
me and Crystal.
I never take showers with my wife, and I want to, but I don't think she wants me in there because, again, she's like a bitch in the shower. When she's in the shower, it's like, this is my shower. This is my shower.
Let me have my damn time. You and the
agree.
child are always needy.
Well, you use all the hot water. And then you know what she'll do?
Just
She'll
wait
take
a
the
minute.
hottest shower and then
Burn
get out
my
of it and be
skin
like,
off.
I'm going to do laundry. Watch this motherfucker.
Flush the toilet.
Yeah, she will.
Well, the boys waste all the goddamn hot water, so we have to take a shower together because there's no hot water left for two
Oh
of
my
us.
God.
Okay. No.
I feel like poor
They're sitting there
Sam.
with both
I'm
of the
loving my
hot.
life. Listening
Yeah,
to you
you're
guys.
you're like Judge Judy sitting over here just laughing and hitting the
Yeah.
gavel.
Wow.
All of you guys think that the hot water only is hot for one period of time during the day. We can all take hot showers. We just can't all do it at the same time.
Right.
Well, back to back, they waste the hot water. So
Well,
then
Then don't let them waste the hot water.
Yeah, that's
I
our
can't
fault because
do
we go
anything
sit on the
about it.
couch while they're in the shower. Then they put both the showers on. They're in there for 30 minutes, and we're like, "Oh God, are they still in there?"
But it's
I
nice,
wish-
right? It's nice.
It's our fault.
Yeah, I
It's
lose
nice.
track of time.
I do too.
But listen, the shower is my space too. Everybody needs something from me all day long. Like,
Yes. Work, people.
everybody needs
Yes.
something. So when I want to take a shower, I don't want
All
somebody.
my stuff is put everywhere. I can't find. So I don't know where the
It's
stuff
always
is.
in the same place.
You mean
just
in the
can't
shower, the square shower, you cannot find your stuff?
No, I'm
No,
saying
he
throughout the
just-
house.
He's saying in general.
So she's taking a shower. I'm
it's
like,
worse
where's
than
my
that.
phone?
He's
Where's
saying-
my earpods?
He puts the dishes away every. Okay, well, I'm gonna go
Where do you
on.
put the
Sorry.
dishes?
grievance.
Under the
In the
bed?
wrong
Did you put them
place.
under the bed
A
again?
different place every time.
Every time, I'm like the Red Bull.
They're outside this time.
Oh, the Red Bull.
The Red Bull goes here, and it's always over there, over here. So,
Daniel, if he doesn't know where it'll just sit on the counter.
Yeah,
And I'm
I-
like, then we're touching it like, just take it out and put it away.
No, I
Like,
take it out.
Take it
and
out,
I
sit
don't know
on
where
the
this counter.
counter.
Put it on the counter. I don't know where this counter. Put it on the counter.
Anyway,
Well-
so Crystal gets out of the shower, and then I'm still taking a shower, and she turns on the goddamn mini fan, blasting
Well, you guys
me.
have a moisture problem, dude. You know that. You got to take care of the moisture.
But I'm like, I'm still in the shower. You're blasting me with cold air. The hot water is still hitting me. And then why are you obsessed with the goddamn mold in the bathroom?
Andrea runs she runs our air conditioner, American Air and Heat.
Oh.
Proud shout out, because if we didn't have that, she wouldn't be able to freeze me to death. 62, and then puts a fan on and all the sounds, and it is
But
freezing, and I'm dying. I'm literally dying. My
Daniel.
body temperature, my heart rate 46. My heart rate is 46.
46.
Oh
my God.
46
You're
at
in a
night.
frozen lake?
I'm shit. I may
You're
not
like
be
a frog who freezes in the winter
I am.
time.
Daniel,
and I got a
wears-
grape on my frog ass, and I'm dying.
Okay, this is his routine. Sheet, fleece
Thermal.
blanket, t-shirt fleece blanket,
Yes.
and one more fleece blanket.
Yeah.
And that's what he's under, and he's shivering, and I'm like under one
Well, you
blanket,
gotta have a,
and
you
I'm
gotta,
so
where's your
hot.
thick blanket? You gotta have a thick.
She
quilt.
won't let me have a thick blanket.
We'll just get a twin-sized one.
And then he's
have 'em-
mad that we can't snuggle. And I'm like, I'm so hot. Like, get away.
Yeah, she wears an old nightgown. This shit looks like fucking trash shit.
So
This trash.
let's move off this topic and
Uncomfortable.
go into we were at Culver's.
Wait, why are you going to
days
bring
ago.
up Culver's? Didn't they try to kill you?
I just talked to with Culver's to Sam. They have a big Sunday sign out front. I was like, I want that. They had like a big banana split.
The only reason we go there is because like they have some sort of business relationship with the kids' elementary school where they promote and they tell the kids, and this is a fucking harsh marketing business move, by the way, by the elementary schools. They tell the kids like, "Hey, it's Culver's night ice cream. Tell your parents," because they get a kickback from
Yeah.
Culver's
Yeah.
in school.
Where is the Culver's?
St. Cloud.
It's in Castleman.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
on
you guys have one?
436.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
You do
yeah.
have a Culver's over there.
And so then
Near the Target,
Then the
right?
boys come home and they're like, "We want to go to Culver's because our friends are going there. The teacher said to go there." I'm like, "You motherfuckers!" And I'm like, "You're marketing to my sons
Let
and
'em
forcing
go.
me." Anyway,
They
so
just want to see their friends.
I know.
They love the ice cream.
So we go.
so thick.
Yeah, it's custard, right?
Yeah.
And it is pure chaos inside.
Do they have the balloon guy walking around?
No, they don't have a balloon guy, but there are. And this is Samantha's worst goddamn nightmare.
Yeah,
by the
and
way,
they walk right out.
They
You,
had
yeah,
a
you-
spinning wheel, and you
Yeah.
could get prizes.
Oh, they had the wheel.
Oh, that's
a
what you
wheel.
want. You're going to class up our show by making us like Culver's.
There were 50 fucking kids stuffed in there, and it was
Screaming,
wild.
throwing food.
They were running around, and I'm looking at the employees, and this is my point being because everywhere.
Oh, those poor employees.
I'm like, how the fuck does this place have employees?
Right.
Every other place is like, I'm looking at the police, and kids are running. They're trying to bring trays of food, and it's like,
Why are people controlling their animals?
Oh, the kid.
thank
They
you.
were.
I gave up. I just like run.
No, I think that's what most
Because
parents
they
do.
all were wild.
Rome.
Told me running. I tried to tell them, and I listened. I'm like, fuck it. Everybody here is an
Then you
animal.
start doing it.
I'm just sitting back. I'm like, fuck it. No one cares. It's
well,
chaos.
you do that, and then they'll never have a Culver's night again.
No, they are.
No.
This
This
shit
is
happens
like-
every time.
Yeah, this is like our third Culver's night. Some
Yeah.
kid was in there kicking a soccer
They
ball
were,
around.
they were kicking a soccer
What
ball.
the fuck?
I was like, oh, that's too far. You know what I mean? Like,
Too far, soccer kid.
let the kids socialize, but this is a little much.
So how does Culver's retain their employees?
Well,
Because
same thing as Chick-fil-A, right? There's always a lot of employees at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, but they don't
How
have
is-
soccer matches inside.
Now, do you think
Crazy.
are the parents tipping well?
Hell no.
You
It's
don't tip
Castleberry
at Culver's?
Yeah. No one tips nothing.
Yeah, don't you?
No.
Don't you sit down at
This-
Culver's?
It's me.
No,
Everybody
it's-
there is
It's
trash.
quick
I've
serve.
never
I'm
been.
trash.
Oh, I've never been to Culver's.
It's
Oh,
quick
yeah.
serve.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like fast food.
It's McDonald's,
It's
but
a step above
blue.
fast food.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's
McDonald's with cheese curds.
It's not a
Yeah.
step up above fast food. It is fast food.
It is fast food. Yeah,
No, it's. I would put it in a category one step.
it's just more expensive
above.
fast food.
Yeah, it's like Steak and Shake fast food.
Yeah.
This is
It's like
still
Steak and
fast
Shake.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's.
It's Arby's.
Yeah. Something like that.
Oh,
But
I like
anyway,
Arby's.
Arby's is like Taco Bell.
I'm a big fan of
expensive, though.
both of those.
There's a goddamn secret with the Culver's employees and how they're able to even get them.
And they
Because I
were
looked at their
fine. They were okay.
They're all friendly.
They were friendly. They were like
interesting.
cleaning the table. I'm like, oh my god, this is a nightmare.
Maybe they get paid a lot.
They,
Maybe
well,
they get
I
extra.
imagine they get paid sick leave, 401k, paid holidays, vacation, flex time, flexible schedule. They get their food when they're working, discounts.
Free soccer balls.
So speaking of places that have a bunch of kids, I want to talk to you guys about indoor play places, right?
Not a fan.
So
We had a birthday party we had to navigate recently, and Andrea was appalled.
Well, get ready because Tommy asked to have his at Planet Obstacles. So.
Oh no!
gonna be a mess.
This was steps
It's
below
gonna be
that.
a-
This was at a Monkey Joe's.
Oh,
Right?
that is that diarrhea Joe's baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought we were done with it, didn't you? You had to go to that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thankfully we had to leave.
That's for
early.
like little kids, I thought.
Yeah.
Like
No, but-
2 to 4.
I like it when the monkey comes
It's
out,
the-
and when he does to raise the roof, you see his tattoos. I love that. I love
the dirtiest costume.
It never makes me not laugh.
It looks like-
if I were having a bad day, and Tom said, "Hey, dude, I know you're real sad, but I got something for you." And I walked in the lobby, and he had a Monkey Joe's monkey raising the roof, and then I could just see the bad tattoos on the arms. I'd be like, you know what, man? I appreciate you loving me like that. That is a long way to go.
I see the tip of Hatchet Man. While Corona bubbles come from Zoo. Anyway,
So what's Planet Obstacle?
it's an indoor play place. We just went to our buddy the Wizard's son's birthday. He had some indoor play place. Like this.
Obstacle.
And now there's
All right,
multiple
cadets.
ones. Like trampoline places, and like it's a big warehouse filled with trampolines and fucking obstacle course
and obstacle course,
and
zip
slide,
lines,
zip line, all this
Oh,
stuff.
man, I love that.
Yeah, and and this is the new rage, right? To take your kids here to they have birthday parties or
Sign
whatever.
away your liability, so say.
So me and Crystal were talking about. We were like,
You gonna open one up?
no.
Add a little something more to the plate.
We were joking around about in the 80s when we grew up, even 80s, early 90s, like this shit didn't exist, right? There was a couple like
You would go to bowling alley, skating rink, McDonald's. You could have your birthday
Yeah.
at McDonald's or Burger King.
Yeah,
and that was about it.
Yeah, and we laughed because it must have been in the 80s and early 90s. People were like, "We're going to build a whole fucking warehouse
Yeah.
full like for kids?"
And
Like,
then in the 2000s,
kids?
they had like Baby
Go outside.
Gym. Or
Well,
was it-
people are
was it-
right. There was Discovery Zone in Orlando, which
Yeah.
was very much like one of
Discovery
these.
Zone sounds familiar, but I don't
That
know
was the
what it is.
beginning of this.
That was in the 90s, yeah.
And now that was in the 90s, but that was the beginning of these things.
Right,
If
but I
you-
guess as
you
an
go-
80s kid, we didn't go to Discovery Zone.
you go back to like anywhere pre-90 and this shit didn't exist.
No.
But I'm mad
For
that
like
it didn't.
insurance reasons,
Listen, no,
right?
80s,
No.
80s parents were not going to pay to entertain children. You
That's-
just go outside.
Yeah, you didn't. It
Yeah.
was.
Well, we bought trampolines. Like my buddy Jonathan
Yeah.
Taylor had a trampoline. We go to his trampoline, which I got hurt on. Brendan O'Brien had a trampoline, which I got hurt on. Most
Right,
of my
you
friends that
like,
had trampolines,
pools.
I got hurt on.
You'd have a pool party at your
Yeah, yeah.
house. You would either go to McDonald's because the food is built in there, and they could play on the
Yeah,
place
true.
there.
Yeah. It was.
But that was it.
You would never build a whole facility
No.
just for kids. They'd be like, kids have one.
Fuck them kids, yeah.
Like, I'm not going to pay. What is the entry fee? Like $20 or $22?
The beginning of it, though, was like those baby gyms where you take like your kid. I remember like in the 2000s, I saw those. I'm like, what is that? I mean, like, it's just a place you can take
Like
your kid
tumbling and shit,
to like
yeah.
learn exercise.
Granny's place. What was that?
Oh, yeah. What was that place?
It closed. It was cool though for like a 1-year-old.
Yeah, it was great for
2-year-old.
like little babies.
Yeah.
You just go to the strip mall, turn your baby loose, and let it, run around on all the toys while you surf the
somebody
internet.
brought up like Chuck E. Cheese started that kind of like play game. I mean, they didn't have like where you could, play
Yeah.
on things, but
Charles.
it started that.
Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Well, it was Showbiz Pizza.
We
Showbiz,
in
yeah,
Miami
yeah.
we had we didn't have the chains. We had Riverboat Playhouse.
Riverboat Playhouse.
And it was just like a couple of
tinge
dirty.
of racist.
Riverboat Playhouse. Man, you know.
No, it was just pizza and pool
No,
tables and a couple of animatronic bears.
It's just
Listen,
anything with a
And
riverboat.
banjo and polka, and you know.
it was banjo and polka.
Yeah.
Like,
That's racist?
No,
well,
no.
you know.
It's
I
a
mean,
riverboat to south. I don't
Yeah,
know.
the
Bye.
deep
All right,
south,
well.
you know.
I was a kid. I didn't know. But listen, my
Huckleberry
parents,
Finn and Jim going down the raft on the...
my parents didn't know where I was most of the time in the 80s. So, like,
Yeah.
they didn't care to entertain me. They're just.
Is it
You know.
because of like kids now have less attention spans? Like you say, you would tell a kid right now, go out and play for a while, and for some reason that like they don't have the imagination to stay out all day until dark.
I also think parents don't let their kids go
No.
out. Like you can't
Maisie
just
would
go out and come
do
back
it.
hours later.
She would do it if we let her do it, but we'll never let her do it. Like I think if I told May, like, hey, you can play in the parking lot here, just stay around this area. You can use any of your skateboards and your garbage in the garage. If you have a problem, just come upstairs and get me, and just let her go. I think she would.
And also, our generation, we seek out to entertain our kids. That didn't happen. It wasn't built
My dad
around
didn't do that.
every weekend. Like, how am I going to entertain my kids?
He'd facilitate. He'd buy
I'll
me
do
stuff.
it. They can come with me with the shit I want to do, or they could entertain themselves. What do you need to entertain kids
It's more
for?
of a catering to kids.
That's
now.
pretty true, man. And
But I'm mad that we didn't have that shit because it's not like new technology. It's just a warehouse full of trampolines and ball pits and obstacle courses. They could have done it in the 80s, and it would have been awesome. That's all.
But the freedom, I just touched on something.
You're mad that you didn't get to do it.
Yes, of course. It was awesome.
Listen, I'm glad we did it. I was climbing in trees my whole childhood. I was climbing in trees.
Me too.
Smoking cigarettes.
Oh, I didn't do that.
As a kid?
At 11.
Oh, yeah. 11?
Yeah.
Like a Thailand monkey up there smoking
30
cigarettes.
years from Tommy.
How many?
You're climbing trees and smoking cigarettes.
I know. Like a Thailand monkey. That's what they do. They climb up there. Because the tourists, they got them addicted.
In Miami?
We got pieces of wood out of somebody's shed and nailed to the trees so that we could have stairs.
Yep.
And we'd sit out over on top of the road.
Too bad we can't climb them because our lungs hurt.
But listen, I'd never do that if I was at some Monkey Joe's.
Your adolescence is fascinating.
It is
just
fascinating.
everything I learned about. I was like, what? You did what?
I smoked my first joint at 11.
Wow, that's badass. You're hardcore, man.
Listen, because my best friend...
No one's watching us.
No, nobody was paying attention. My best friend was 13, and then her older brother was 16, and then their older cousin was 17, and so I was just hanging out with them. And
they're like,
An 11-year-old has no business.
Let's get
hanging
this
out with
baby
17-year-olds.
fucked up. I think that's what kids think, right?
Yeah.
I was-
Blow it in his face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I've
not
seen the
even-
videos on early Instagram before those people, get shut down and stuff. You're like, blow it in the vape.
What happened to the smoking kid?
He got off cigarettes and he lost a lot of weight.
Oh.
And now he is a Z Ansari. I made that up. That's not true.
So,
Are you talking about Mini Daddy?
No, but Mini Daddy is a whole different. Mini Daddy's.
That, he was really chubby.
Yeah, Tom became
And he
obsessed
could
with.
Oh, it was like a
Yeah.
Indonesia
Smoke
or
ring.
something.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
I think it was Indonesia, and he was like a little
remember
baby,
that.
and he loved smoking cigarettes.
He's probably 25 now.
I think they got him off the cigarettes. I think he's good. I'll look it up while we're chatting.
Poor thing.
one last thing before we talk about roller skating, because Samantha went roller skating last night. I want to talk about. And she busted her ass.
I got a giant bruise on my thigh.
So, and then we made the joke that you're going to end up on the cruise,
Yeah, I'm going to be the white trash bitch with bruises all over my legs.
from Florida.
Yeah.
Are you going on a cruise?
I am.
Oh.
There he is, update 4th grade, and he's leaned out, and he's no longer
Right.
smoking cigarettes.
He's only in 4th grade?
Yeah, well, from this article, I think they caught up with him, and I want to say maybe
I thought he was
20.
in
He's
Fourth
from
grade when he was-
Sumatra.
doing that.
Yeah, so he's good. They got him good.
So I wanted to ask Andrea if she ever thinks about this because it's a different dynamic that you're going to have. So I often think, and it makes me laugh in my head, but it's. I mean, I can't imagine anything different happening about when Max and Tommy grow up, and then they have some sort of girlfriend or significant other. How the relationship is going to be between Crystal and Max and Tommy.
Oh, it'll be horrible. Obviously, nothing good enough, right? That's the old
Chris already
cliche.
says that.
The old
Yeah,
cliche
yeah.
is there's no one good
And,
enough for my babies. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's not even a cliche to me. I can't imagine a scenario where Crystal's like, you know what, Tommy's girlfriend or wife is
I really
awesome. I really
like
like
her.
hanging out with.
Got a real good head on her shoulders. I love her.
That
You know what?
says a lot about the way that you think about me.
No, come on.
I'm going to Dandelion Tea with her for a lunch date, and we're getting our nails done.
Because Tommy's got
If
the
she wants-
personality that he's going to have some wife or girlfriend that's going to be telling him what to do.
Like the Beasto at the popcorn place.
Oh my God, she was so mean to her
the
husband.
popcorn beast. That's the first person I thought of. Was that who you were thinking of? Let's test our link. Because sometimes we have a really good brain link.
That man
Tommy's there selling popcorn and
Yeah, because that guy
Yeah,
was the
glasses,
nice. That was the
too.
nicest
So
man.
nice,
That
yeah.
man was so nice, and his wife was mean.
She was so mean.
And in fact, there's documentation of how mean she was online, where she would yell at people who would give reviews, and she'd go online and dress them down.
well, they're not open anymore, so
They sold it off. They didn't hurt her or anything. She made money.
maybe they got divorced.
Anyway,
Popcorn
They had to split. No, I think Daniel will be the one that will
have issues with
possibly. Yeah, I'm kind of
Yeah.
like it's a guy, so don't hurt my kid. And
Yeah.
and Maisie's so tough, and she will cut a bitch. So
Yeah.
I feel like she would be like,
Yeah. She,
no, you can't fuck with me. Sorry.
Yeah,
Bye.
so Tommy is the opposite of that, where if he's freezing on the couch with a blanket and I do this, he'll be like, "Oh, here, mommy. Here, take my blanket, mommy. You can have it, and I'll just be cold over here."
Oh my God.
He's so sweet, but I'm like, Tommy,
He's
if
gonna
you're
get eaten
cold, you
alive
take
out
the
there.
blanket. I know.
Next thing you know, you get beat by a Beasto.
popcorn.
I know Tommy's always going to be my baby, but Max, I've already started doing a little inception, where I say, if you have friends who don't like your mommy, they're not good for you.
Oh, I like that. Planting the deep-rooted psychological damage seeds.
I'm like,
I thought I'm not the only crazy one.
Yeah.
We just tell Maisie, you don't have to be friends with somebody, but you can't be mean.
I say, we're only going to have mommy about another year before we have to swap out. And she's like, what? And I go, that's the rules in America.
so we gotta
No, she does
plant
have
the
like a
seed.
little crush at school.
Noah.
She'll come
Noah.
home and talk about Noah.
Yeah.
No, really.
Why is it that girls will have a crush and like openly admit it, and then boys, like Tommy's like, ew, girls are gross.
Got cooties,
I
yeah.
don't like girls. I'm never gonna have a girlfriend. No,
That's a stereotype in that because girls mature faster than
not
boys.
a stereotype.
Maisie's like 35, so
Yeah.
just think of that.
Yeah, she was like, oh, God, I need to do a meditation.
She did. She's been asking Alexa, like, to go to sleep. She's like, can we do a box breathing meditation? I was like,
Yeah, she's no.
Oh, weird.
I'll still go lay with my sons every night to have them go to sleep.
We have to lay at the foot of the bed.
Last night, Maisie knocks on the door.
she
She's
knocks. We've taught her she will knock on our door before she comes
like, yeah,
in.
she'll knock on the
Quite the
door. She's like,
spectrum.
I need an ice pack. My ankle hurts. And Andrea's like, you know where it is. And then she goes down and gets it. And then she goes back and Andrew's like, shut my door. Shut my door. And then,
shut it.
Yeah, and then she shut it. And then she walked back to the bed and we heard her door shut. And Andrew's like, ah.
I'll tell you a story. So the other day, Crystal's out showing houses, right? And
Was
then
this the day you didn't come pick up trash?
Yes. And then
You were supposed to pick trash up from Andrea?
no, there was
He
enough
was
people
not.
there.
He's-
The
It was
side
fine.
chicks were picking up trash, and he said on the show earlier
never
in the week, I'm
committed.
going to bring the boys out there to go
Not
pick
fair.
up trash.
He says that.
I knew nothing about this.
I
And then
mentioned it.
you did not.
He says that about
Absolutely not.
every event. He's like, I'll be there.
And then I saw your post, and I'm like, wait, why? Like, I had no idea about this. I wouldn't have scheduled my work day around this.
They'll get inmates to eventually do it. I've seen the movies.
Who said we had a few inmates there? I'm just saying. Uh-oh. Corona.
Yeah, what the hell was I talking about?
The other day,
She was showing houses.
I was out showing houses.
Yes. So I had to run up to the store for a second.
White Claw.
Yeah. I think I was cooking
Can I
dinner.
tell the story from my perspective?
Oh, I like it when we get the real story.
Well, because it makes more sense from my perspective.
Okay.
This is Encanto. It's the scene where the girl is telling a story that the husband keeps cutting in, and she's like,
I'm just a lovable, like I'm just dancing around in a white suit trying to make it the better. Anyway,
It was a nightmare. Anyways, so I'm driving on the 417 coming back from wherever the hell it was.
Working, from working.
or something. And then my phone rings and it says Crystal Van calling on FaceTime. And I'm like, what? I'm so confused. So I answer it and it's Max. And in the background, our house alarm is going off.
Oh, my God.
And he's like,
Wow,
well,
dude, you keep a lot of shit from us.
God.
I'm not kidding you. This is what I forget.
So he's like, Mommy, we don't know what to do. The alarm is going off, so we're calling you. And I'm like, where's your dad? And Max says, he's at the shop. And I'm like, what? Where? And he's like, he's at the shop. The alarm is going off. We don't know what to do. So I told him how to fix it. Or whatever.
You left your kids home alone.
Did they have to break in their own house to get inside? Where's Darby? Where's Daddy? He's up there getting White Claw. He's trying to get the new flavors at Publix.
Right, I'm like,
White Claw and surf. He has to get the surf.
Is it going off because you were turning it on to leave, or because you were turning it off when you were coming back? Like, where's your dad? I don't understand. And then they're like, bye, Mom, we're going to Gigi's house. And they hung up. So then
And you're driving.
I'm driving, so I'm like, okay, I get my Ring doorbell open, and I'm looking at the Ring, and then they're just running around the house by themselves. and TC's car is not there. So then I'm okay, TC's car is not there. The kids are home alone, setting off the alarm, running around outside. I see them on the swing set from the backyard camera. Like, this is all I see.
Good thing you have a good camera setup. Kudos to you, man.
Paranoia is a fucking Epstein
Is it?
compound.
She used it. She used it. Her kids were left home alone. I say justified purchase.
I hear in the speaker. They all have speakers, by the way. I hear like, "What are you doing out there, mother?"
Where the fuck are you, you fucking deadbeat dad?
It scares the shit out of me. I'm just trying to look at my goddamn
This
palms.
is the crow speaking, you motherfucker.
I'm fucking trying to cut the goddamn brown spot off my Monstera. Overwatered it.
I have missed wife casts for so. Oh God.
So did you call him?
So I call him. He doesn't answer. I call my mom because obviously she lives down the street. She doesn't answer. So I call him again. He doesn't answer.
She didn't answer either.
Nobody's answering.
No,
Chris's
honestly,
mom never answers the phone.
You know I suffer from
birds
it.
are too loud.
And you know my anxiety is stop it. And you know my anxiety is terrible. Are you kind of freaking out a little bit?
Well, no, because I knew I know he's not going to just leave the kids
Of course
at home
not.
and go to the
Of
store.
course not. And I know the listeners think that, but guys, he's not. That's not going to happen. It's going to look real bad, but trust me, there
Yeah.
is going to be some explanation.
So
here.
then it's like, okay, well,
Oh, my God.
we've walked around the block and left the kids at home alone. So I'm like, maybe he just went to 7-Eleven.
Sure.
So I checked his location, which I still have, by the way. And he's at Publix. And I'm like, that's a little too far for you to go and leave the kids at home alone.
Gotta start somewhere.
So I text
And
him.
White Claw Surf, man, it's good. 4 new flavors.
I text him and I'm like, did you leave the kids at home alone? They're by themselves outside running around. The alarm was going off. I don't know if the cops are coming or not. And I'm thinking the cops are going to come because they set the alarm off.
Who is Lou?
And then they're going to be like,
two kids
there's
by
2
themselves,
kids.
yeah.
Who left these kids here alone? And
That could get problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you come home, you're already a little
you're
buzzed, had to
gone.
get some more, and they're like, "Sir, should you be driving?"
Oh man.
But you have one. You started one because you're like, "There's no way there's any cops going to get me." You're drinking one on the way back.
Then Tommy and Max
what
are
is this?
seeing their dad being
what
put
is
in
this?
the back of a squad car.
Oh, this is that new goji berry smash.
If I see the cops at my house, I already have a plan. I pull into my neighbor's house, then I run to my neighbor's backyard,
And then
start
jump
hopping
over the
fences,
fence.
and then I pretend I'm gardening
When's
in
the
the
last time you
backyard.
hopped a fence?
Actually, it was like a couple years ago, wasn't it?
You bitch.
don't talk to Sam that way.
I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That could have been to anybody.
How does this story?
So then TC calls me back, panicked. And he's like, well, I left her with your mom. And I was like, she's nowhere to be found. I don't know. And turns out she was standing outside behind the oak tree and I couldn't see
What,
her.
hiding? Please, I don't want to be a part of this.
Why would she let the alarm go off?
She didn't know it was going off. So when I got back, I'm like, what the hell, you know? And she's like, well, they never told me anything. I don't know. I
Because
didn't
Max is paranoid like you. He ran back home and started setting the alarm. I don't know why. I tell him,
Wait.
like, you don't need to lock the door and set the alarm. It's fine.
So wait, he was at. What happened here? I still don't know. What
I don't
happened.
know.
I had to go to Publix because I had
Just
some
say White
needs
Claw,
to-
man. It's fine.
White Claw. And then their grandma lives at the end of the cul-de-sac. So I tell the boys, like, listen, go over to Gigi's house. Just run down there. I'll watch you run down, and then stay there until I come back.
Why
so,
didn't you just drop them off on your way out?
what
It's
the-
literally
yeah.
Phaedra's.
Yeah, it's at the. I mean,
Yeah, it's
you know,
close.
it's less than 100 yards at the end of the cul-de-sac. So then I watch them run. They go and knock on their grandma's door, and then she comes out, and then I wave. I'm like, ah! And then so I get in my truck and I leave. So and somehow the boys just ran back home, and Mac's like, oh, I need to set the alarm.
Good boy, saving his family.
But he's set the alarm off because he didn't know what he was doing, and then now the alarm's going off. Then they call you, which I can't believe they knew how to do. By
was
the
really
way.
proud of them.
That was pretty damn good.
Because they don't know your number.
Now they do.
Now they do, but they were. I mean, it just happened in the
They
past couple days.
FaceTimed me though, and I taught them how to use FaceTime. So
That's
they
pretty awesome.
opened the FaceTime and they.
Did
found
the,
my
cop,
name.
did the cops ever come, or
They
did
not
they ever
come.
call you?
They didn't come. Mm-mm.
Well, that's because you don't have your monitor.
And they never called either. They didn't call the last time our smoke alarm went off either. I think I need to get them, get them over.
Might be, like,
Stop
it might
paying
be
that
in the
a long
old
time ago.
Keyman insurance file.
So let's talk roller skating real quick. Sam went roller skating yesterday.
At Cimarron?
Did you go to?
I went to Astro Skate, which is on Goldenrod. It was adult night, so it's
Oh.
all adults.
Did you get inspired because of John Bustecker, like shuffle skating
I've been on TikTok a lot lately, and I've been falling down a roller skating hole.
Yeah, there's
and
some
so
good
I've been wanting to buy quads for a while, and so I did. And then Travis went and got blades because he's a cool guy.
Yeah,
and
blades.
he's like,
He's a
yeah, I'm not
railer.
sure if,
Right, I think it's
Yeah.
the other. Yeah, I think it's the other way around.
He's a railer.
Well, he's a blader. So I was like, well, how busy is it going to be on a Wednesday night, adult night?
Yeah.
It was slam packed.
You know why? Because they
people.
only open for a few hours, a few days a week, like to the public. Right?
Really?
Yeah, like roller skating rinks are not open all the time. They're only open from like 4 to 7 on a Thursday.
Well, what do they
Or
do the
some
rest
weird-
of the time?
They do school spirit nights, birthday parties,
Oh,
like
stuff
Friday.
like
But
that.
I also think other people like you have fallen down. You know, all those videos are really popular on Instagram Reels.
Oh yeah, people
and,
were fucking
you know, so-
TikToking there last night making videos. I was like, this is insane.
It's pretty hip, man. Like,
and
people
everyone's
love
a
it.
fucking asshole, by the way, because
They're good.
It's like you have to know how to skate
Yeah.
or just don't go. Because I was getting like hockey checked out there by people.
Yeah,
some
they-
lady's like crisscrossing and she fucking has her phone out and she's doing a video and she's like, you gotta be less stiff as she's fucking doing backflips and shit. I'm like,
Less stiff?
I'm like,
Like you.
I haven't roller skated in 20 years.
Did you go with us when we went the
I did
BDN
not,
side
no.
chicks?
If you're a
Oh,
good
yeah.
skater, and I could almost throw Bustecker in this category. My dad was an excellent roller skater, or an ice skater too. He's just a great skater. When you know how to skate, for some reason, it is almost impossible for you to skate with people that don't know how to skate
Right.
and not be an asshole because
Yeah. You're zipping around, yeah.
and you're showing them the moves, and you've got it. You know, like like when you watch Bustecker skate, you're like, a man that tall and that lanky should not be that fluid.
yeah.
Like
His
he's.
pants were really tight though skating too.
Well,
I
you
was
shouldn't be
like-
looking at his dick.
I'm not looking at his
Big
dick.
old bust.
I was just like, why are your pants so? You don't wear that kind of pants roller skating.
My wife is very critical of people.
What kind of music did they
he's a
play
nerd.
for adult night?
It was all over the place. They had like old dance music. They had hip hop mixed with shit. Like it was good music and it was great people watching. But I was only out there for a little bit. I told him, I'm like, I'm nervous. Like, you know, I haven't done this in a while.
Yeah.
Like you're going to be doing circles, Rob. He's like, no, I'll stay with you. He did not stay with me. That motherfucker was killing it out there. He's killing it on Beat Saber and rollerblading.
That's all right. That's all
Did he
right.
wear? Did he wear his little old man dukes out there? Or
I think he had jeans on last night.
Might be better to wear jeans in case you fall.
Yeah.
Tell me about your fall.
Well, I didn't fall at the rink, which I was proud of
Oh.
because I didn't want to bust my ass in front of people. Then we got home. Trav's showing me like basically like beginner YouTube videos of like technique, and so we go out on the back patio, and because we have like a it's easier to skate out there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. I started getting too confident with it, and then I just fucking ate shit. So my wrist is all fucked up, and I have a giant bruise all the way on the side of my entire thigh.
I did that on the
and I had to
electric
ice it down,
skateboard.
and it's still bruised.
So I know we've said this before, but it is shocking to me in this day and age in 2022 when everybody's about safety that they let these kids in,
Yeah.
like with no helmets.
And
like,
adults.
you think
there was
that-
no pads, no helmets. Everybody's just
you would think that one nerd would be wearing a helmet, right? Like
Right.
they're
One, at least one.
Yeah, like,
Well, all you have to do is fall backwards. That's it.
right.
I mean, we as kids in the 80s, 90s when we went skating, we didn't wear helmets.
no,
No, and
but,
nobody does now. That's the thing.
I hit my
But-
head at the skating ring, though.
So-
I know I fell backwards and hit my head.
So-
I remember having an ice pack on my head.
So let's go back to that. Like I saw the transition of like skiing, like where people no one wore helmets when I started skiing in like 2007. So in before, fuck that, no one wore nothing. And then I saw now everybody wears.
Do you
helmets.
have to?
You don't have to.
No. Oh,
But,
okay,
but
okay,
it did
okay.
go
But-
from like no, that wasn't a thing. Like helmets on skis weren't a thing, and then it's like you'd see a guy
Really?
wearing a helmet, and you're like, that guy's wearing a helmet.
What a
What a
nerd.
nerd!
Right,
What
right.
a dork! Oh my god! And then it's like half, and then it took over, and now like if you see a person without a helmet on
Yeah.
the slopes, you're kind of like, ooh, that guy's
Yeah, like, that guy's
whew.
racist for sure. Chances are. But yeah. So,
But in the skating rink, why hasn't that?
it's crazy that there's not
happened?
one person wearing a helmet.
Do they feel like you're not going fast
Probably.
enough?
Yeah, but
you still could fall. Yeah,
When you
can
when your feet
Right.
fling out from under you,
Yeah.
you can land on your back and then literally ricochet
Rocket,
your head
yeah.
off the hardwood
I've done
floor.
it, yeah.
I saw kids ricochet
it
their
wood?
heads off. It's
wood?
Yeah, it's a hard
hard
ass
ass
wood.
wood.
Not the one in DeLand. The one in DeLand is concrete.
Yeah.
painted concrete.
Yeah, and I
So-
fell on it so many times.
Not that I care, but it's weird that in this day and
Yeah.
age, not one. You would think that one person would be like, "Well, fuck what anybody thinks. I'm wearing a helmet."
Right.
Like, and no one would blame
Well,
them.
does everybody think
nothing.
like, oh, it's just roller skating?
Also, I didn't
Yeah, but
think
people
and-
don't even get on their bicycle from
No.
short ride without a helmet.
Have
Like,
there been
adults?
any head injuries documented at a roller skating rink?
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, there's not. They're not. First, they're not documented.
It's a roller skating rink. I mean, when your sign for hot dogs is a paper plate, you got no documentation.
Is Sonny Bono and Liam's wife, God, whatever her name
Yeah.
was, Catherine? Anyway, Liam Neeson's wife.
Right.
Were they the catalyst, maybe, for people to start wearing helmets on the slopes?
I could
And
see
then there
that.
Maybe not
hasn't-
until an incident.
High profile death.
Right, and there
yeah.
hasn't been that at a roller rink. You know?
According to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, injuries from roller skating are not uncommon, but death is extremely rare. In 1999, a 66-year-old Pennsylvania man fell and hit his head, and he passed away.
man.
But
Like they tell you not to hold your kids, but they do it anyway. So people like their dads. I'm
gonna fall on you.
It's crazy that doesn't happen anyway.
Normally, it's
an average of 40 people die every year from skateboarding.
Well, that's
see,
less than I thought.
skateboarders
Yeah,
wear helmets, right?
yeah.
Some, yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays, and
Some
it's-
parks require it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
why not at the roller rink? It's so weird.
It is
weird.
weird that you would go to a skate park, and I've been to many. I'm not good, but they'll make you sign the waiver, and that you got a helmet. No, well, you can pick out one here, but you ain't getting
Yeah.
in there if you ain't got a helmet.
Again,
That's just not happening.
There's a lot of overly cautious people too. You'd think you just see one overly cautious person with a helmet.
See, I don't think it seems overly cautious. It seems like you're on something unstable. Helmet makes sort of sense. Motorcycle, skateboard, roller skate. Yeah.
Just in case.
Helmet. Fine. You know what I
Literally,
mean?
everybody's.
I don't.
Nothing.
I wanted to bring a fucking helmet. Let me tell you.
Now, when
I
you
was
go with
scared.
the kids,
I like that.
do the kids?
Nobody.
No, I'm not gonna put my kids in the helmet. I'll be the only nerds in the helmet.
It's got to be of cost too. I mean,
They're all gonna laugh at you.
owning all the rental skates and owning all the rental helmets has got to be a pain in the dick too.
Yeah.
It's expensive to have all that.
I'm
you
gonna
know?
bring your own helmet.
Yeah. It's because all these kids. I guarantee you, every kid in that place, they make their parents make them wear a helmet when they ride a bike. You know what I'm saying? They all have.
Well, that's the law.
Yeah.
They all have helmets. Is a law?
What supposedly?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
The other thing
I didn't know that either.
The other thing that's weird too about like with the helmet deal is that like
I'm glad your kids don't ride bikes.
Are they supposed to be wearing life jackets on the boat too?
supposedly
Nah, it's Florida.
Under Florida law, a bicycle rider or passenger must wear a helmet only if they are under 16 years of age.
Oh my God! Does that mean Tennessee the baby should be wearing a helmet?
No,
right
Don't
on
talk
there.
about it. Don't talk about it. I'm surprised too that your hubby was allowed
months
to
old.
ride. Some places don't let blades. Some
Right,
some
yeah.
places are blade friendly.
Well,
There
and
was a lot of people on blades last night.
And some places won't let you if you wear them. If you wear your skates outside,
Yeah,
they
you
won't
can't wear
let
'em
you-
in.
That's what Tracy was telling me. Like Cimarron checks your wheels to
Yeah.
make sure, but
Yeah.
anything goes at Astro. Let
Yeah.
me tell you.
Anything good?
Anything
Well,
good.
at the festival, anything went too.
Got dirty ass wheels.
Listen, at a kid's elementary school skate night,
We have one
is
coming up.
the
We have never done it.
most chaotic thing I've
Oh,
ever
Yeah, we've never
experienced.
done it.
Every
Yeah, fun
single
coming up.
person is falling. The parents are all skating. They're all falling down. Like TC said, they're carrying the kids. They're falling down with the
You
kids.
should
like
bring your one wheel.
it's a night.
Well, I was going to go
Did
into
you
that.
skate?
No, because
No.
I did what I imagine my dad would do, although he'd never even go. But if he did go, he would sit grumpily on a chair,
The picnic tables,
or,
yeah.
or any sort
Well,
of
you
bench.
tried to sit grumpily, but you sat happily.
My dad wouldn't go.
And
My
different
dad would be
generation.
like,
but-
fuck this and fuck Mexican restaurant. That's my dad.
but I go,
"Fuck it all."
but Crystal did skate one time with the boys, and she
You liked it, didn't you?
literally feet out from under her, landed landed on her
Tailbone?
spine
Oh,
and
yeah.
fucked her jaw up. Still fucked up.
I still have not recovered from that fall.
Yeah. And but I'm jealous of the dads that can put on the skates and go out there because I see them and they're out there.
Yeah.
They're doing the like one skate. The what is
Yeah.
it called?
Shooting
the
the-
can opener.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing it all.
And then
Shooting
they
the
race
world.
like. Oh, but the dads
They do the limbo.
Yeah, and they get out there and race, and then they do the whole thing, and they're dancing to Old Town Road, and they're going around, and the Tiny Dukes, and I'm like, look at this dad, he looks like he's having fun. It's
Yeah, but
crazy.
Dude,
That's
there
the
were
thing.
so many old dads out there last night killing it.
Yeah.
And how could they have so much fun?
TC, you don't have fun.
No, he doesn't.
No,
he
he
doesn't,
doesn't.
he
No.
doesn't experience joy.
No.
He did one time when I lit up those wacky inflatable flailing arm tube men. His eyes lit up and it was just a blink. He's like, ah!
And then it was gone.
Yeah.
Back down.
He doesn't know how to have fun. And so it.
But who knows how to have fun?
But did your kids
all
have fun?
those dads.
Yes, but that's what I'm
You
there
didn't
for.
but you didn't see. You
yes.
didn't have fun.
Yes,
with your kids.
I
having fun?
I love when
So
I
put on the
watch
skates.
But
I love
but
when I watch children's having fun.
that's why I go because I like watching them have fun. But these dads their kids are there too, and they're having fun. That's what I'm jealous of. These dads are dancing around
Well, why
with
don't you
quads
try
on.
it?
Get out there and dance.
All right,
That's
guys.
embarrassing to
We need-
me.
This is the intervention we need.
See, that's what I'm saying. You care too much about what other people think. That's why you can't have fun.
I never
Is it
thought you
that
cared about what people
you
think.
care
I
what people
don't.
He
think about
always
you?
says he doesn't, and everything that he says is the exact opposite. You're
Okay.
like, everyone's going to laugh at me, everyone's going to stare at me, people are going to make fun of me. You
No.
care what people think
I'm
about
going
you.
to add to this. He would not wear water shoes at Blizzard Beach
Because he thinks it looks nerdy.
It's nerdy.
Yeah, right. He won't wear Crocs.
Well, you didn't
because
do
he
it
thinks
either.
I
it's
know because
nerdy.
I'm not a fucking dork. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, hold on a
He's a
second.
bird.
Daniel
feet.
made fun of my water shoes on the camping trip, but I still wore them, and they worked.
Yeah, because you don't care.
Right.
You just live your life, whatever.
Yeah,
makes
but she
you,
wore
good.
hers. You probably wanted to wear them and saw the logic in like not messing your feet up. But the
Too
idea
cool for
of
'em,
me
yeah.
calling you a dork.
But at Blizzard Beach, we'll never see those people ever again.
Right.
It's more about the principle of like I grew up in where my dad, my pop were like be
You-
tough.
you
What do
spend
think
a
you're
lot of
wearing?
But you're not
Walk
tough.
But
So
you're
let's
not
stop
in front of
pretending.
them.
You know what's
They
odd?
tell
and
me I have to be.
I've never thought about
They're
it.
dead.
I have to be.
He doesn't believe in God or ghosts or any of that, but you spend a lot of time not wearing and doing things that you think the ghost of your dad and pop-up would not
Right.
like. Right? I just figured this out. You
I have to
say
be
all
tough.
the time, if my dad could see this now, he would literally be vomiting in a trash can. If my grandpa could see this, he'd blow his own head off. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. You don't believe in any of that stuff.
I didn't know, but I grew up with just the principle of always be as tough as possible,
Listen,
no matter what. Never show
if
your
you
weakness.
have an inability to have fun and you don't know how to have fun and experience joy, it is from unresolved childhood trauma.
Oh God, this shit again.
I've been trying to tell him.
Listen,
Also, you do wear that nerdy ass sun hat, so
yeah.
you can wear the water shoes.
which one? The
That-
Nietzsche? The Nietzsche?
The one with the straps.
Yeah,
like
the one that-
explorers
floppy
wear
hat?
that hat.
Because they're real
His
tough.
helmet.
That's when he's out exploring Nietzsche.
It's like the hat that any granddad that's out there. He's like, just got done with my skin cancer. I'm back out in the sun for the first time, and back up in the mud.
All
He
right,
did buy it at the yacht club.
How much was
It's a yacht club hat.
What's it say on it?
Yacht club.
Hey, all right.
So show other people I'm rich. Anyway,
But so
I think my brother bought
Tom's stepdad, Steve, was a gymnast and also, from what he said, a real man. He had fun, but kept his grit. Tom can have it both ways.
no, he never had fun.
No, he did not.
Yeah, because
He's
you
the
got
most-
everything he liked. He'd be like, I'm going to do some gymnastics here. You're like, yay! And he'd stop. You'd be like, I love this bird. This is my
No.
favorite bird. You'd
What's-
release it into the sky.
what do you think your boys would have said had you went skating? Like, would that have put them over the top glee?
They would have FaceTime Chris and said, Dad's skating, help!
No, see, that's what's great about my sons is they don't really care about anything.
Oh, but they do say, Dad doesn't ever laugh with us.
Don't tell people that. No, but they're liars.
God.
I laugh all the time.
At the the end of the show, we get that, man, you're good.
And now he's calling his son liars.
I laugh at them all. I play with them every day.
You're trying to get me to fucking cry,
you play
man?
with them and you go, ah!
You're the monster, yeah.
But you don't, like, laugh at their jokes.
Like real.
Well, the jokes aren't funny at all. They tell Max reads a joke to me, and I'm like, none of this is funny.
I think they have said before that you don't have fun.
No, because they don't. Like they.
Now he's going to kill himself to try to have fun.
I'll make you feel better.
I laugh when Tommy says something legitimately
I'll make
funny.
you feel better.
What?
Maisie walks in.
Why is Daddy soaking his butt?
Does that make you feel better? Little bit?
Yeah,
Little
yeah.
bit? But at least you don't have that. She was laughing because I was in 5 inches of water. She had walked in and I had the door shut. She doesn't care that the door's shut. She just walks in and then laughed because my dick and balls were floating in 5 inches
Why
of water.
only 5 inches? Just fill it up all the way and enjoy
I don't want to take a
yourself.
huge bath. I just want
You
to
just
soak
wanted to soak
the
his
area needed and get the fuck out.
hemorrhoid.
You know, if you soak the whole body, though, it might help move the blood everywhere.
You're not
and,
wrong. You're
you
not
know,
wrong.
relax you a little bit.
You're not wrong. I had to deflect
So we've
off of
learned that
All
you
right,
need
guys.
to laugh with your boys.
I do. No, they
Therapy.
because
Be a little more conscious.
Therapy.
no.
what you need.
We've got a good therapist.
Yeah,
it's-
you wanna
Yeah,
have
you
therapy?
got to do the work to get better.
No, it's fine. I went to a therapist and I
And then
told
you
her.
told her.
I went
How
to
did you
a
hit
shrink to analyze my dreams. They said it's like a sex that's getting way down.
I told her, she's like, "You're fine." I'm like, "I told you." I tell the lady.
I went to a whore. She said my wife's a bore.
It's fine.
Should we
Everything's
do a
fine.
follow-up Wifecast after our separate vacations
Not a bad idea.
so we can
Not a bad idea.
reconvene and
Compare
talk
and
about-
contrast your spring breaks.
This one was hard for me. There's a lot of bombs dropped in this one. It's heavy. I'm exhausted.
fine.
It's
I'm
all in the
embarrassed.
name of fun.
Yeah.
Your kids don't laugh at you. I'm a fucking mess.
How's selling houses? How's that going?
Wow. I haven't asked you in a while. How's the job? How's Bart Merrick? How's he doing? You still talk to him?
I haven't talked to you in a while. What do you,
You know.
yeah, things are picking up a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
So I will say, if you use Barton Crystal, you'll have the best chance of buying a house
It's tough
in
out
this
there.
market.
Yeah.
And if you use an inexperienced realtor, you damn near have zero chance.
Yeah. You need somebody that's actually navigated the space during,
Yeah.
you know, not only the high price. I know that we're kind of coming out of COVID. At least that's what everybody's telling me. Sometimes you get heat when you even say that.
You know,
But,
it does feel like it's over.
It does
Doesn't
kind
it?
of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like
It'll
I know.
come back, though.
Well,
I just got a news alert. There's a new variant.
Okay, well, here we go.
Hey.
Oh, don't look at that news. What news are you looking at?
my
I got a
God.
news alert that said...
Yeah, mine says we're open, baby. And it has a picture of Ron DeSantis. He's wearing a goofy hat, the one that comes out with the ears, long ears.
Miller Lite. Anyway,
Call us.
yeah.
Do you have any
Deltacron.
questions? Deltacron.
No,
they can't just combine it.
Yeah,
You
what
know.
the hell?
Don't look at that.
Yeah, don't.
That's the one that got Bob Saget.
No.
Sorry,
I'm
he
gonna-
said it.
I'm gonna steal
Roller
the-
skating got Bob Sack.
Somebody said that in the chat room. You
Oh.
stealing jokes?
Oh, no, I didn't see
Oh,
that.
my gosh, he's shock jogging over here. He's roller skating in his hotel room.
Hey, listen, I have nothing to do with this.
It's my bitch of a wife.
Oh, damn.
I apologize to the Saget fans.
Hey, I'm never looking at your butthole again then. Do it
Oh,
yourself.
don't
Damn,
threaten me
she's
with
cutting
it.
off the butthole
Don't
looks.
threaten me with a good time.
Do it yourself.
So
I can't. My arms are too short because I'm half of a man.
We didn't get to any of the questions. And
Oh yeah, the
Let's
question.
do a couple.
Rapid fire.
All of our guests here are just one.
Yeah, just us. I forgot to text him that we were starting a little late. But I told him,
Jesus.
sorry.
Right.
sorry.
I bet the
got all
guy that
kinds of
came
guests.
at 10, you didn't tell him 1 o'clock.
No, Sam did.
I went
Sam's
back
in
and double
charge
checked
now.
that email. He
Yeah.
fucked up.
Okay, let's rock and fire.
Rocket fire some questions.
Yeah.
Will, let's see. What do the wives think of all the VR?
It's actually
Andrea's
fun.
fucking addicted to it. Like Andrea goes in there, I can't get her out of there. She's, I'm drumming. Yeah.
It's actually fun. I thought I would feel sick, but I don't. And
And I showed
I
you
enjoy
Riley
it every
Reid.
now and then.
I showed you Riley every now and then. She'll get in there for hours, and I showed her Riley Reid, and it squirt right in her face.
sometimes I don't stand up. I just sit down, crisscross applesauce, and do it.
It's a lazy ass.
Tired.
I've never looked at it. I've never seen it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. See, my wife doesn't like fun either.
I like real fun. I don't
You
like.
know, I have a VR here.
That's not fun for me.
I didn't think it was going to be
I
fun,
want to
but there
go
were some
out
fun.
into the world, into the sunlight. You know, I don't want to look at that.
It's digital sunlight.
Yeah.
It's the same.
It's not
Digital
going
sunlight's
to
pretty good.
feel good on my skin, and I won't feel the breeze. No, I don't want to do that.
All right.
All right,
It
next
says,
question.
I know Crystal doesn't listen, but do jokes made on the show ever bleed over into the marriage?
Oh, yeah.
I think probably the marriage bleeds over into the show more than the other way around.
Yeah, probably.
Right?
I did watch the video that you guys that Melissa posted yesterday, and Cackle laughed at you not being able to run a computer.
But
Oh,
he
yeah,
can. That was a lot of that. He plays it up.
No, I have no idea. I mean, Daniel's. I never bothered to look at what he's doing over there, or like how it
So
run
no
the
checks
program.
and balances. To
Andrea,
show.
No.
His email. So he got the laptop. You gave him an old laptop, right? The email that he has on the computer here at work is not set up on the computer at home because he can't figure out how to get it on there.
You just add the
It's just
account and the
Gmail.
password.
It's just Gmail, guys.
You click the Gmail
Can't
button.
figure it out.
You click the Gmail button for Apple Mail, and it says put your credentials here, and
He
then you
doesn't-
hit enter, and it loads everything into your mail.
He doesn't know
Don't
it.
know the
I,
password.
I feel like you hit your technology peak right when you then left the morning show.
Cozy
and then-
Calendar. No, when he left Cozy Calendar,
Yeah.
his world
Oh, yeah.
fell to shit.
It really did.
We had a calendar we used called Cozy Calendar, and he loved it. It was his favorite
and
piece
he
of
was
software.
so mad.
That
we were
was like
switching.
honestly a
He yelled
really-
in here.
That was a bad,
didn't.
an entire month bad for our marriage
He
because
yelled.
of that change.
Crystal Van, he raised his
damn.
voice in here. I've never heard this man raise his
No,
voice.
I
He's a
haven't.
gentle giant. He's goddamn Google goddamn. No, you were standing right here because you were yelling with Sam, and you weren't yelling at anybody. You were just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's an impossibility.
He says that to me all the time about like his phone or
Yeah, he's like, "Get me done."
any technology. So I'll be driving the
Impossible.
car and I'm like, can you order us food so it's there when we get home? And he pulls up the phone and he just like stares at it for a while and finally I just take it and I do it while I'm driving.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Like, I asked on the back
More
row of the
alike than we are
Yeah,
different.
there-
from the
That's like-
camping trip, I said, "Can you order us like Domino's so it's there when we get home?" It was a hot mess. He's like, "I can't get into it."
Yeah.
I love you, buddy.
We're in business.
Yeah.
I'll follow you to hell.
Yeah, follow you to hell.
What are the wives' divorce fantasies?
I don't have a divorce fantasy.
Yeah, you got no exit plan.
Which one?
It won't be a divorce. It'll be Daniel.
Andrea doesn't have any. Crystal said which one?
It'll be Daniel dying.
Oh my God.
Oh shit!
We won't get
Is
divorced.
this the show you wanted, you motherfuckers? Is this what you think? Look how happy he is. He's like, we haven't done a wife cast in a while. I bet they'll love it. I am so tired right now.
We got a whole day.
And
of shows
I
to do.
kid you not, that grape is throbbing right now. I can feel
gotta
that
soak
shit.
that
I'm
thing.
sitting on it right now. It hurts.
Oh, Crystal tells me all the time. She's like, I'm taking the kids and I'm going to tell them about what you did.
Oh my god! What'd you do?
Nothing. I didn't do nothing.
no, it's the
and I'm like, I'm
hypothetical.
just washing the dishes.
He washed the dishes.
And then I'm like, I'm keeping
You
the house.
washed it,
You
huh?
go to somewhere else. So I'll be in the apartment, sad apartment. I've already looked at it over here near Baldwin, so I can get to work and
I'm
I'll
not going to
bite.
talk about the family issue we were talking about last night. I won't say what we were talking about, but I did hear this from my wife. This is always comforting when your wife says, well, I'm hearing everything you're saying, but you do realize that everything coming out of your mouth is typically the type of articulation from a certified crazy person. Calmly, she said that. Do
Yeah.
I need to be worried about
That's why I
you?
said that. Do I need to be worried about you?
And I'm like, no, ma'am.
Harming
No,
her.
ma'am. And I just pull the blankets, all nine
God
of them.
damn!
Right over
What's
my
going
head.
on at y'all's houses?
I just lay there like,
So ours would
please
be
die,
divorce.
please die.
Next question.
What are your dream celebrity interviews?
Like
That's
us?
for the wives?
That's on the thread. Yeah.
I have
What-
zero.
Maybe they misunderstood the
I
question.
have zero desire to interview
Okay.
anybody ever.
What if we interviewed someone you were excited about? Who would it be?
Yeah.
David Beckham, Victoria Beckham.
No, okay.
All
Is he?
right.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
God, you guys are officially old.
Listen,
Oh, what? Who's
David Beckham
Yeah,
and
great
Brad
job.
Pitt.
Who are you guys going to
that
interview?
guy? The
I'm
virgin.
just that shallow.
Virgin that started
Richard
Branson.
Branson?
Bronson.
I was gonna say Tim Tebow because she said virgin. I thought she saw Tim Tebow.
He's not a virgin anymore. He's married, right?
Yeah.
I don't. Is he?
Yeah.
What about the guy from who do you like? The
Hootie.
Hootie and the
Hootie
Blowfish.
the Blowfish.
that band that you liked back in the 90s?
Oh,
Brandon Hoyt.
Hey, I bet
I know it.
I bet you
Brandon
like.
Incubus.
I bet you like
Incubus.
Kane Brown.
I don't know who that is.
You're not a country. Kane Brown, he's a country guy.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, look him up. I bet you like Kane Brown.
I like Brooks and Dunn country. I don't like Kane Brown country. You know what I mean?
Okay, Kane
90s
Brown is a
country,
little
yeah.
more of a hip hop
That's
backing track. Okay,
Yeah.
I see what you're
She
saying.
likes the MILF country, not the new age.
yeah, she likes the one Red Dirt Road.
Yeah.
Did you like that? I shaved my legs for this. Did you like that?
I think I did like that when I was 14?
What?
Deanna, was her name?
Deanna
somebody.
Faulkner?
Not Faulkner.
All right, next question. Jesus.
Carter?
How do
Yes.
they feel about John Hamm and gray sweatpants?
I don't know who that is either.
You don't know who John Hamm is?
No.
John
The
Hamm,
actor, John Hamm?
actor.
From Mad Men?
Did he like wear gray sweatpants recently?
How have you never seen the John Hamm and gray sweatpants
I've seen
pictures?
Hold on,
Okay, I've seen a John Hamm
There's-
commercial.
Oh my God, my
Collages
butthole
of
picture
them.
was still up. It scared the shit out of me.
John Hamm is mad that maybe Netflix didn't have him in any of his
No,
movies.
Apple.
Okay, I've seen that. I don't know anything about sweatpants.
Hold on, I want to see this sweatpant picture.
And last question is: are either of you going to get new dogs at some point?
Nude?
New
No.
dogs.
No.
That's
We,
enough.
we, here's the thing. I
Justin Thoreau in sweatpants.
Sorry, I'm all looking at the sweatpants now. I typed in
Yeah,
sweet.
we're definitely getting a new
We
dog.
will probably. Today
Yeah.
is Caesar's 16th birthday.
Yeah, today's his
Happy
birthday.
birthday,
Caesar.
Caesar.
He's 16. 12 plops to you, buddy.
I like how this shows that two moms look at their phones.
No, I want to
God.
see gray
Yeah, look at that thing.
sweatpants.
Look
Is
at that
this-
ham.
I've never seen
Oh, that's
this
not him.
person
That's
before.
not him.
This is Justin Thoreau. Is that who you're looking
Oh,
at?
that's who I'm looking at. He's got something weird going
Hold
on.
on, we want to see John
Anyway.
Hamm real quick.
The dog thing. TC and I have agreed we are not getting another dog.
Well, it was up until I said we can get a dog, but it's got to be full bred, nice, expensive Labradoodle or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know that you can't get from the pound. And then once I admitted that I'll get a dog if it's a full bred, nice one, then the conversation's over now.
Yeah,
Because
but
you'll
that's
never
your. I
get
feel
it.
like that's a wonderful technique you're using. Yeah, we're definitely getting another dog.
It doesn't
Just-
do anything. For
I
me to
like
John Hamm.
having dogs, and I think you do too.
Yeah, but can we just get one?
Yeah, we're not getting two.
But a big one,
I want to get a big one.
a big Rottweiler.
I want one like your brother has, like Rhett has.
Right, my brother has a new little like doodle, a
It's not little
Bernedoodle.
at all.
I mean, no, it's big, but it's still a puppy. And man, it ran with Maisie,
Oh,
and
she
that dog
loved
ran
it.
so much.
And it was a good kind of like a thing, you know, like he's a cool dog. He's like super smart, like a water dog. So
Yeah,
I kind of
yeah.
fell in love with him. But right now I've got my pee-pee dogs that shit and piss everywhere. This week,
I feel like when you guys talk about that, I feel like how Sam feels when we talk about our kids.
yeah,
Like, they got I don't have one of those.
yeah. Oh no,
You know what I'm
it's bad. It can be bad.
Did you tell the story about what happened with
I
Maggie?
did the TC about you can.
So Maggie, she's like my golden child. She never has any belly issues, never really throws
She's
up,
just a
never
little
has
barky.
poop issues. But she had an upset stomach, and she woke me up twice during the night. I don't know, Monday night, Tuesday night.
But I
she
got
handled her
up-
business, so we put her back in bed, and then Daniel gets up at like
Well, I got up to
5.
check my grape, so I got up on grape duty, and I'm walking to the bathroom,
And
I'm-
remember, the light comes on
Yeah.
under the bed, so it lights up everything.
yeah, just the floor, and I'm like, I'm in the bathroom, like, you
And
know,
he
like-
walks back out,
and then
and
I
he
wa-
goes, Andrea, there's poop on the floor. And I was like, what?
No, but there
Caesar
wasn't
doesn't even
just poop
sleep
on the
in
floor.
our- No.
Maggie had left just a tiny little nugget, but the way she had left it, it was directly in the way that the door opened. So what had happened was when my wife was coming back with Maggie, it may have just fallen off of her as she was getting back into bed.
Right, like it was tangled in her hair.
Yeah, like the turd landed on the ground, and then when Andrea shut the door, it took the turd from the circumference like,
we had
like
a rainbow.
compass, like
Was
a
it on the
compass.
carpet?
Yes,
Oh,
a
like
rainbow.
a compass, and it just went like a perfect compass. I was like, oh, there you go, a half moon, very nice. That's
So
beautiful.
I'm up at like 5:15. Again, I'm
I'm
a
up too.
sleep
I'm
bitch.
dumping water. She's got a tooth
I'm a
monster.
sleep bitch, and I'm so mad that nobody in my house lets me sleep, from the dogs to my husband, and I'm scrubbing poop off the carpet
Yeah.
at 5:15.
Is this
And
the
I'm-
same night that you were checking the grape?
No, next night.
The only one
So-
that lets you sleep is your daughter, who's leaving you alone.
Right. Who I will wake up in the morning, she's like, Mommy, I made my bed, I cleaned my room, and I folded my clothes.
Yeah, she's-
And I'm like,
How did you get this person in your
I-
house?
I
No,
like
it's
it.
just like her.
They made it. They
just,
made her.
It's just her. It's annoying too because she bullies me.
We made two of me.
They leave. They take their clothes off while they're walking.
That's awesome.
So they do take their shoes off by the door and put them on the little shoe
Nice.
cabinet. But then they take one sock off, and then a couple feet later another sock,
love
and
it.
then the jacket. It's like on the way to the room.
I love
It's a
it.
trail of clothing.
And then they shit in the toilet and leave it.
Yeah. And by the way, since we're airing grievances, why do the toilets in our house look like all three of you have diarrhea all the time?
That's what the studio looks like too.
It's like a splatter. all
Don't
the
tell
time.
me that.
How often does he piss on your floor?
Wait a minute, that takes some heat off of me here. Because that toilet in there, I swear to God, when you flip it up, it's a Dalmatian underneath there. Where that shit's been bouncing.
In the kids' bathroom too, it looks like that. And I'm like, who's doing this?
Well, thank you. You reminded my wife to bring me my
His
Metamucil.
fiber bills.
All right, we're out of
nice.
here. What do you guys
He did
want
a lot of bad here.
Tom just looked around and said, all right, what do you guys want to talk about?
No, we're done. All right, let's take a quick break. Oh, what?
We're going to do this again after her.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Please
right.
don't kill yourself, because I don't know if we have a...
Okay, no, we're going to get the policy.
Wait a minute, who are
taken
you
care
talking
of.
to? You told me that last night. You said, please don't.
It's fine.
She's like, please don't kill yourself. If it's suicide, I don't get the policy.
I'm good. I'm good as fuck.
Oh, my God.
Good as fuck.
Please cut that out. Please cut that out. That was so embarrassing.
That was good as that.
Wearing water shoes is embarrassing.
He said,
What?
I'm good as that.
All right, we'll be back.
Barn Merrick and Crystal Van. They're selling houses all over this great land. Barn Merrick. What? That was good, dude.
I don't
That's
know
like
if
a
they want
chuck
that.
wagon.
We were just talking to Crystal on the show about the housing market, and I'm telling you guys, if you have an inexperienced realtor, or if you're using your wife's sister that has her license but hasn't sold a house since pre-pandemic, you're never going to buy a house. In this market, you're not going to, because you need realtors with experience that have done deals last week, currently, you know what I'm saying? Like
Currently doing deals.
that do over 50 deals a year, no problem, once a week. And it's Bart Merrick and Crystal Van, and they will help you buy a house in this market. If you're using an inexperienced realtor, you'll never have a chance. They know the tips, the tricks, plus they use Streamline.
Yeah.
And Streamline Mortgage will help you and give you the advantage when buying a house, because they can get creative.
Yeah, it's kind of all rolled in, and we've had hundreds. I can say that now. We've had hundreds, if not close to thousands, of listeners that have used Bart Merrick and Streamline, and they made that you save yourself a lot of headaches. This is a really hard thing to do. It's hard to do without a pandemic. It's hard to do just on your own, but now you're going to need like two people that are really working for you all the time to get it done.
Also, if you're looking to sell your house, Bart and Crystal know what to price it. They know what kind of offers you're going to get, and they can pretty much call like, hey, you list your price for here, you're going to get above
Oh, they did it for me.
asking price. Yeah. And they'll get you top dollar for your house.
During a pandemic, mind you. I mean, I sold my mother's home during a pandemic, and I got way more than I thought I was going to be able to get.
If you're getting email offers from websites offering to buy your house immediately, guess what? They're going to sell it as soon as they buy it. That means there's money you're leaving on the table. You're going to let them get the money? Use Bart and Crystal. And get the most amount of money. I'm telling you, they'll help you either buy a house or sell your house.
Yeah, it's
and
the
they're
Bart
good.
Merrick team. It's Bart, and I was going to say Bart, and they made that you save yourself a lot of headaches. It's a really hard thing to do. It's hard to do without a pandemic. It's hard to do just on your own, but now you're going to need like two people that are really working for you all the time to get it done.
Also, if you're looking to sell your house, Bart and Crystal know what to price it. They know what kind of offers you're going to get, and they can pretty much call like, hey, you list your price for here, you're going to get above
they did it for me.
asking price. Yeah. And they'll get you top dollar for your house.
During a pandemic, mind you. I mean, I sold my mother's home during a pandemic, and I got way more than I thought I was going to be able to get.
If you're getting email offers from websites offering to buy your house immediately, guess what? They're going to sell it as soon as they buy it. That means there's money you're leaving on the table. You're going to let them get the money? Use Bart and Crystal. And get the most amount of money. I'm telling you, they'll help you either buy a house or sell your house.
It's
and
the
they're
Bart
good.
Merrick team. It's Bart and I was going to say Bart and Crystal Van. I don't know why I was going to do that. I look at the pillows. I'm like Bart and Crystal Van.
Yeah, the pillows do look They're staring at me.
I know, they're looking at us during every ad, judging us.
Just go to BartTheRealtor.com. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. Let's do some voicemail email.
Yes, sir. And we neglect our voicemail emails, especially on the Friday Free Show. So I'm going to try and find. Oh, here's a good one. It has Shart in the. Oh, hold on. It's my music. I'm going to turn down my music, and we're going to jump into these right here. This one has Shart in the title.
All right.
Which I'm always looking for, good titles.
AT&D, Sam. Have a short story for you. I'm visiting some family out of town. And we're walking in one of the local parks, like way down a big hill. And, got about a mile from the closest restroom, and I had to take a leak, so I stepped over it, kind of, up against a tree. Was trying to make it kind of quick. I gambled and lost. I sharted my pants. I feel like an animal. I had to walk a long way to go clean out my pants.
It's like a speechless man. It ends right there.
He's truly ashamed.
That's how you know it's real, though.
Yeah.
When I listen to that one, I like the fact
you didn't know how to tell us that. You can look at your grave.
What I heard is it sounds like he had his hand still in the tree, and he was calling us at the scene.
Oh.
And I appreciate the fact that you like our show enough to call us and let us know that you're doing that actively at the scene. He brings up something that is true. The last time I believe I sharted, I hate the walk. I hate it.
Well, you got doo-doo cheeks, and,
I hate
they're rubbing together. And then
Then you get the raw doo-doo.
I hate moisture between my cheeks.
Swamp ass.
I hate sweaty swamp ass. I hate it.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate it.
I don't know anybody who likes it.
But when I go to scratch now,
You're
let
weird.
me ask you something that might change how you guys think about me. When you have an itch,
There's nothing that will change
I like that.
about you.
You're following Sam to hell. I'm following you to hell. When you have a scratch and you got to scratch inside your ass crack, in the crack near the hole,
Okay.
and you're going bare hand.
No.
You're
already an animal.
I scrub my ass so good and in the hole with soap so good that when I scratch my ass, I pride myself on this, the Dan Dennis guarantee. When I scratch my ass, I'll scratch around the hole, not on the hole, but around the hole.
Come on.
But then I'll smell it. Smells like soap. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud that that thing is
sometimes
scrubbed clean. No, if things start leaking out of it, I got to rewash it. But I'm just saying, fresh shower, that thing is... I squeaky clean that shit. It's almost like I'm going to have butt sex. Like, I would douche it out if I could before bedtime. Because I don't need any remnants in there. I don't like the moisture in there. I don't like things leaking out. The worst is when you got one of those poops that continues to come out throughout the day.
I watched an episode of...
Nobody knows what I'm talking about? You guys don't have that where you're pooping and you wipe, and then later in the day you're like, something's wrong, and you wipe, and you're like, oh my God, I was still pooping.
Yeah, I think it's oil. It's doo-doo oil.
It's not oil. It's like a little poop left over.
It's something.
It's like putting the top on your lipstick, but you didn't recoil the lipstick. And you smush the tip of it a little, and you're like, uh-oh, I'll have to rub that on my lips.
There was an episode of, I think it was called, Obsessed or something like that. It was...
Garage.
The first one I said, oh, yes, I've heard of it.
I think it was the same,
He's selling his house, by the way.
People, I saw that, yeah. I think he already sold it.
Oh, did he?
There was the same people that made, Hoarders, and, it was like an A&E thing.
Okay.
But this one was about, people that had super OCD. And there was there was an episode about someone that liked to eat paper.
Oh,
and,
is this the lady that bathes in bleach?
No, but maybe
I saw that lady.
Well, maybe it's something. But this is a lady that was disgusted and had an OCD about poop. To the point where she'd hold her poop and for long periods of time.
Yeah.
And then when she finally went, she was so obsessed with cleaning herself that she, this is gross.
Oh, here we go.
She'd use a toothbrush.
Yeah, to clean it all out.
And then use put it in her butthole.
Don't do that.
And then scrub her inside of her butthole.
I'll do
and
it.
then it's oh my God, you're
what the fuck are you watching,
insane.
man?
It was on TV.
I will do soap.
I was just saying.
I'll do soap, and I guess I'm not going digits in or anything. I guess maybe a little bit enough to get around the exterior of it. About as much as I do with a napkin on my lips. Right? Like, you don't go, when you go to wipe your lips at a restaurant, you don't just pat the outside. You get in the lips in the hole and you wipe it down, right? I think that's what normal people do when they scrub their butthole. I think you scrub your hole. I don't think you avoid it just because of the butthole.
I wash my cheeks like an old man brushing his suit dandruff off the suit. No, the shoulders.
Oh, like you brush it like Jay-Z, brush your cheeks off.
Just a couple swipes of
when I'm on the shower. Brush your cheeks off. Brush your cheeks off.
Yeah. I'm not going crazy down there. I'm just, no one's down there to see it or whatever.
Well, but apparently you have gone crazy down there because we have multiple times that
she goes to the bathroom, she gets in the shower, and uses an enema and a toothbrush to clean her rectum for 3 hours until she bleeds. I found the episode.
I'm
3 hours.
She's had to go to the emergency room twice for blood transfusions. Holy shit!
Yeah. This person is very mentally insane. Or,
I'm just, me, and you guys are saying that, and me here trying to think if I got a free toothbrush somewhere in the house. I'm like, because I think I got
a spare?
I think I got one somewhere.
Just don't make yourself bleed.
No, you can't be using a brush on there. You got to use smooth things. That's a smooth muscle.
Well, this is a mental problem.
Yeah.
And it's like this person, they're not doing this because they think it's a good idea. It's like they are compelled to do it. And
it's like the people that eat paste. Or eat wood. I've seen those people before, the people that eat wood.
There's another lady on there that would eat paper like all the time until like her doctor, she had multiple blockages and like her intestines.
Can't you digest
I'm glad
paper?
my anxiety's not that bad.
You can, but if you just eat a bunch of it, I guess there could be problems.
Like a whole ream of paper. My God.
Or like different types of paper.
You eat
like receipts.
Could you eat a whole stack of computer paper?
Hell no.
In enough time,
I'll give you 1 hour.
No.
That's right. That'd be hard. Eating paper.
If you wet it like a hot
paper
dog,
challenge.
You got to Kobayashi. You
got to soak it.
You got to dunk it in there and then swallow it. Have you guys ever? What's the weirdest thing you've ever swallowed or eaten?
Besides like a bug?
I have never gotten a bead caught in my nose or ear like most trash kids have. I have never swallowed a Matchbox car or anything weird. I am the one kid that I've never had to pass a ring. I've never had to pass a toy, light bright peg, nothing. All of my friends growing up, because I think this is a Florida kid thing, most of my kids had to eat like beads in their ears and nose and their eyes, swallowing them, pooping them out, pooping their dad's wedding ring out, Matchbox cars.
Yeah, I stuck a rock up my nose when I was a kid, and then my mom thought she was going to have to take me to the emergency room to get it out because it was up there.
Yeah.
And then I finally snot rocketed it out.
Yeah!
But it was like watching Darkwing Duck and it just slowly put a rock in my nose like an idiot, like a Florida idiot.
I love Darkwing Duck. Yeah. That was my impression of Tim Tebow.
And I've eaten a lightning bug on a drunken dare at a party and things like that, but never anything like too weird.
What's the weirdest thing you ever
Maybe a bug and gum. Not really.
Swallowed gum before, but never a bead?
No.
Yeah, I think most kids had I got a bead stuck in my nose. I got a bead stuck in my ear.
Yeah. It's like,
have your boys done that yet? Maisie, I think Maisie swallowed a bead.
My wife has an irrational fear that, well, not anymore, but when the kids were younger, that they were going to swallow a battery.
Yeah,
and then,
it happens.
Because there's a story.
Well, their dad did shove a rock up his nose when he was a kid, and they are like you.
And apparently, Darkwing Duck.
It could be fatal. It could be fatal to swallow a battery. And the kids have died.
Yes, they have.
But I'm sure it's rare as hell.
It is.
Most of the time, if you did swallow it, they'd know about it and they'd go get it out. But,
Ooh, dog biscuit.
Oh, my sister.
I never did the dog biscuit, but I believe Andrea ate them for one full year.
Someone in the chat ate wet dog food, which
that's
reminded me that, I've tried a milk bone or two.
Yeah, I've done it recently just to make Maisie freak out. I bit one, like it was like a meaty bone, and I bit one. I'm like, ew, yeah, this is good. And then Maisie's like, ah!
Oh, my buddy's kid ate a cat turd the other day.
No!
Cat litter box. Yeah.
The litter's more harmful than the turd.
How old of a kid?
Like he was 7 months.
Baby.
God damn, what are the 7-month-year-old doing in the litter box?
He's moving and grooving.
Oh, yeah, they just let him go wild.
Okay. Feral children?
Yeah. they climb on the cabinets and shit.
Hey, not my house.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you do you.
I'm big
Whatever
on
you
that.
want.
I love
don't
going.
care.
I love going to other people's houses. There's literally a kid can pull his pants and start shitting in the living room. I'd be okay with that.
Oh
Like,
my
not,
God.
not my house.
It's my
I'll
worst
just
nightmare.
sit there and enjoy the fun.
But
also-
run around with their poop hands on you? No thanks.
Let's do another voicemail.
All right, let's try. We did the shark one. Let's do now. Okay, we might as well weigh in on this because we've had a bunch of people. Well, no. Do you want to do them? Debating the BDMs, whether we tape them on Mondays and Thursdays. I mean, we've had well thought out.
Well, we solved
callers.
it, kind of. I mean, let's see what he has to say.
All right, here we go.
Hey guys, I was listening to last week's BDM show, and you're talking about, people don't really like the fact that you guys tape it on Thursdays now because of, maybe they miss it live or they can't watch. For me, I think it's a little different. I always treated BDM shows as like a catch-up, like what happened over the weekend, what adventures did you guys go on, how are things going with the family. And even when you record on Monday, that's usually what you talk about. However, since you guys started recording on Thursday, it feels just like a little bit of the vibe changes for the BDM show. It's less about the weekend and more about just like some of the general things that are going on, which is the same kind of content we get the rest of the week. I mean, I still love it. Still, really, really enjoy the show. But figured I'd just give you a little different perspective. I don't know, maybe there's some other people who kind of feel the same way, and that's why you're getting some pushback. But I understand why you're doing it, and you know what? If it makes the rest of the show better and it helps you guys out, I'm all for it. All right, love you guys.
Very similar to some other emails and voicemails we got about it.
yeah.
But we've already discussed it, and I'm not sure which show it was on, that you guys don't do as much stuff on the weekends anymore. And if you do, you are going to save those for when we record on Thursdays or a Friday free show, whichever.
And we're going
Good
to...
voicemail, by the way. Sound quality, maybe a little windy. Other than that, 99%.
We're going to record our OG recap on Mondays, and that'll be live on the BDM Only Facebook page. And so there will be an element of a BDM show every Monday.
Yep.
So that's how we rectified that. So
Yeah, we more work for us, which is great.
Well, we had to do an OG show anyway. We'll just
I'm
do
joking.
it on Monday.
I don't care. It's the same amount of work for all of us. This one is interesting. I have only fallen asleep drunk while masturbating.
Hey gang, it's Zach from Ohio. Tom mentioned when talking to Fair Villa that he once got in trouble for falling asleep while his wife was doing something. And the very first time that I ever hooked up with my wife was on my friend's couch, and she was blowing me, and it was awesome. But I was very drunk, and I just fell asleep.
Oh.
And I've done that with like 3 or 4 different women.
God damn, you're lucky you get blowjobs, dude.
I know, right? This guy gets all the blowjobs. He falls asleep during blowjobs.
Hold on. That
I
seems
knew
impossible.
I knew that this would I knew that this would anger you and maybe make Zach your mortal enemy because he gets a blowjob and he's like, not good.
I mean, so you passed out drunk. Why? Like, it seems like
3 times, he said.
you would not have an erection anymore, and then
I feel like that's probably what happened. It probably went noodle.
Accurate. This man knows the body.
Well, hold on, but that doesn't mean falling asleep while getting a blowjob, because if you lose your erection, the girl's gonna stop.
Have
right?
you ever had your wife?
She probably will eventually.
Has your wife ever sucked your soft penis?
I'm not going to talk about that.
Wow, off limits.
I will say I think that's what happens, right? I think he falls asleep and then she's like, oh, he's asleep, and then she just chooses to go watch.
It's called the catfish.
Yeah, then she go watch Euphoria.
I would think she'd be like, "What happened?" Like she'd yell
wake
at you.
you up.
No, well, she'd be like, "You fell asleep." Like she'd be angry.
Well, you're asleep. You don't want to wake the baby. You're just like, go sleep. You put a blanket
Take it as
on
an
him.
insult.
You
right?
put his penis back in his pants and you put the blanket on him.
Your wife would, yes. The answer to your question is yes.
Okay.
I think Andrea would be upset. There have been times where I've said, I don't know if I felt spicy tonight or something like that, and then I would pass out.
Yeah.
And then she'd probably be like, oh, thank God.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I mean, I can only imagine it's not fun for me to be like, your titties look so good. Like, who wants that, right? Nobody wants that.
yeah.
Not even me. I don't even, like, what am I, a creature at that point? And then I'm saying that, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to get, you get ready for me. And then I pass out. She's probably like, whew. Thank God.
Concrete Toad says he's never fallen asleep during sex, but he has fallen asleep while jacking off drunk and high on cocaine.
That seems almost harder.
Yeah, doesn't it? You fell asleep on cocaine, bro?
Yeah. Like maybe at the end of it, not during the
Such a
beginning.
severe answer to the questions. Have you ever fallen asleep during a blowjob? No, but I have fallen asleep masturbating on cocaine.
Should we do a email? this
Sure.
time?
We'll
All right,
do
let's
one.
All right, joint account spending. What is the price point in which you need to ask your significant other if you can make the purchase?
Oh, this is a great question.
Obviously, we know Dan is $5 for a digital plane.
No, it's not. There is a real number.
I posted my delivery date for my Model 3 on the Model 3 Reddit page and put that I'm hoping my girlfriend will let me get the $2,000 speed boost upgrade. I got multiple, does your girlfriend control your money? And maybe instead you should buy a nice fur-lined purse for your balls.
Oh, stop that.
I replied, we have a shared account for over 10 years. I have a 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a newborn, so I think asking to spend Thanksgiving $2,000 is fair since it's a $56,000 car after tax.
That's an expensive car, man.
Then never checked the page again because I was so annoyed. Sorry for the long Tom-like question. So to recap, what price point do you have to get permission to spend? Well, off to ask for another BDM sticker.
I have a number that Andrea told me. She is very clear cut with the emergency number of if you are going to execute anything with this number on it, you have to call me or let me know, please.
What is it?
$500.
Over 500.
Anything over 500. She wants me to.
500 seems like a pretty fair number, like that, because under 500, it's like, oh, you're a grown adult, like, you should, unless it's somehow going to put you in a bad way, right? This is like barring
we just
the
talked
fact
about this last week is why it's so fresh in my memory. It's weird that this even came up. Yeah, she was like, I forget what I did. Oh, no, I bought something here, and then it went. It wasn't supposed, and it ended up coming. I was buying something. Oh, I bought those lights. And they went on my card by accident. We're getting new lights in here that our buddy Michael's going to help us hang up and do it up right in here so everybody's lit well. And it came to like 200 and some change. And she said, "Hey, that's fine and all, but if you're ever doing anything over 500, I'd appreciate it if you'd let me know." And I was like, "Oh, fair enough. That's cool."
I feel like that's a fair estimate. Now, if, a couple $100, if you're, cutting it close on bills and whatnot, then you got to tell your significant other any sort of purchase if it's going to hinder your planning of your financial planning. But if you are all good and you have enough money and you got savings and stuff, I feel like $500 is a fair amount. Like
we've got some 250s in here. We got a 350 in here.
I don't. This isn't a thing in my household.
Yeah, you got your own money, So,
but would do you think your husband would be upset? Let's say you have $5,000 in your savings. Would there be a problem at all if you just said, "Nah, I spent it all on I bought shoes, and that's what I wanted to
my
spend it
whole
on."
savings?
Yeah. Would he? Do you think he would say anything or no?
He'd probably be like, "Well, you probably shouldn't have spent all your savings. You should probably build that back up."
Right.
But it's not.
But then
we also have a joint savings that we don't touch. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So we have I have individual savings each, individual checking each.
She's further than me along then, and we've never talked about this, but I am separate checking only. Any savings we have is both of us. I don't have my own savings account.
Oh, yeah.
That's just mine.
I don't even know how to look at my bank account.
I don't either anymore.
My
I'm locked out.
My wife's been doing it, and I can spend whatever money I want. There's no rules, and I'll spend $1,000 and
do it,
and then I'll do it right now. What do you want me to buy?
Buy your one wheel.
I'll buy it right now. I'm my own man.
I wanted him to. I'm still doing my thing. 500 company money from me, sponsorship, GoFundMe. $1 from every listener. We buy you the thing, and you finally ride in style with the GT.
We don't ask each other what each other is buying.
I like that.
It's just you have your money, I have mine. As long as we can get our bills together in our joint account, it's fine.
I like that.
Now I'll buy.
I don't think it would work for everybody, but I like it.
But I will have to hide it. So then
you don't think you can?
I won't bring it home.
You don't think you can run the old stickers on a GT and I can dust it up a little bit?
She'll know.
Dude,
well, I have two. That's the problem.
You take it to Butler and you get him to faux, because he's good at those fake, making things look aged. He could weather it. paint it for you. We could change the entire color of it.
If like I've taken out money to buy weed before, and like $300 or whatever, I'm buying a lot, and then I didn't tell my wife, and then I overdrew because checking account or whatever. And then she was like, "Just tell me, you idiot."
I have also overdrafted.
And I'm like, I'm trying to hide it. How much you want to buy weed?
Yep, I bought.
And I want to tell you, I'm buying it all $300 worth of weed.
I didn't want to tell Andrew I bought $450 worth of weed to overdraft doing that.
yeah.
Damn, you both overdrafted at True Leaf?
Once, twice, maybe even
3
5
times.
times.
Well, I don't even know.
I've overdrafted. I just like to be honest. Is this for a Friday free show or BDM?
Friday
free show.
Damn it! I'll still be honest. I have probably overdrafted buying marijuana 3 times, maybe 4, possibly 4.
Damn.
But you put in protection.
I don't have money in my checking account because I buy too many planes.
I wouldn't even see that would be on me. I would check my account before I spent that kind of money.
Did you not
for
just
myself?
hear we can't check our account? Well, at least
right.
I can't. I'm
look
locked
at it.
out.
All right. Well, oof.
I have to ask my wife, like now, before I go, I'll be like, hey, do I have money? And she's like, what are you buying? And I'm like, what do you think I'm buying? Weed. And it's a stupid conversation. And then she's like, how much are you buying? And then she's like, didn't you just get weed? I'll do the real conversation. Didn't you just get weed? And I'm like, yeah. But Skylar wants us to try some of these products, these new products. Skylar's never said that. No, I'm just giving to the real.
I'll tell my wife, I'm like, this is real heavy CBD. It's for, it's good for inflammation.
I go, this is anti-inflammatory. Yeah. And then she's like, you can't pay attention. Andrew's like, did you hear that? I'm like, one more time. Say it again. Sorry, the CBD makes me loopy.
And she's like, and it does sound small. I'm like, it's only 10 milligrams. It's nothing. And it sounds small, but it'll get you.
Yeah, it will get you.
2 will get you good.
Oh, 2.
2's 20.
I can't even drive on 2.
I'd call Uber, but there's no Uber drivers anymore.
They're all high, too.
2 beers you could drive on. The 2, she's like, whoa, I shouldn't be driving. Well, just being honest. Anyway, sorry.
Where are we? Next voicemail. All right. This man's mad because blue balls, Sam, they're real.
Hey, guys, you were talking, Daniel, you were saying that blue balls isn't real. And I didn't think it was, but I'm here to tell you it is real. When I was like a teenager, I would go to this, Christian summer camp for a week. And I was like 12 or 13. And all week long, I was making out with this church girl and finger blasting this church girl, but I hadn't moved into the sexual territory yet. So all week long, I didn't relieve myself. And by the time my parents came to pick me up, I could barely fucking walk. It was so painful. And I didn't know that, relieving myself would make me feel better. I hadn't put those connections together yet. Very real thing. Very bizarre. And that's all. It's real.
I like your energy level, sir. Good voicemail, but I still don't believe it's real. I don't think blue balls are real.
Well, a couple things. First, I'm kind of calling your bluff that you were 13 years old, you're already fingering girls, and it didn't dawn on you to go jack off in the bathroom. Like, no fucking way. Like, especially that day you made out with a girl and then she left, you're going to jack off in the bathroom. 13-year-old boys jack off 5 times a day.
Here's why,
whether you're fingering or not,
I agree with you. Dare I say that easier in my young boy mind to touch myself than the truly scary and intimidating task of blasting? You see what I'm saying? Like, I am with you on the bluff call, because to me, making out with her, maybe grabbing her boobs or stuff, but for me, honestly, like, touching a girl's private parts was like over the moon. You know what I mean? Like, that was like, holy shit, we're doing it. That's why when he says I wasn't into sexual, well, you're blasting her, dude. I mean, you're there.
Yeah,
you're not at the mall.
That's young.
Yeah, that's sexual.
And now it's even more crazy young in my mind that Tommy's about to turn 8. I'm like, 13 is fucking insane.
It's not that far away.
Secondly, the whole blue balls. Now, we're not saying that it's a complete fabrication, because
I'll say that. Just for the sake of the show, I'll say it's
I feel like it's 50-50.
I don't think it's real.
In the chat.
I think there is a scientific explanation for, like, maybe when you are
so
building,
much like pre-cum has built up, right?
Or
that it hurts.
there's some sort of achy or
breaky balls,
like a feeling of being full or something, or like that your balls ache.
Achy, breaky balls.
So I believe that there's some science behind it, but it's vastly exaggerated by teen boys using that as a
epididymal hypertension. That's the technical medical term for it.
Hypertension in the epididymis.
I just don't believe it hurts as much as
I have
boys
epididymitis.
claim.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff going down there with cycling and everything, and that pain. I get like a bout of epididymitis where you've inflamed that portion of the behind the back portion of your testicle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I guess based on that, it's real.
It doesn't hurt as much as the teen boys claim and use as an excuse to make
to
the
pressure girls.
You're like,
I gotta drain my balls. No, you don't.
Look what you did to me.
Yeah.
You did this to me. I'll never recover from these undrained balls.
You got a fucking hand, dude.
Yeah, get out of here.
But yeah, going back to, I don't believe that this 13-year-old boy didn't jack off in the bathroom.
And if
the
not,
whole
that's
time.
weird. That is odd that you were finger blasting, but not finishing the job yourself. Especially if you're in pain.
Here's another one.
Every 13-year-old boy is jacking off all the time.
Here's another one. We got a ton of these. This is our new trend.
So, I don't know if blue balls is a thing, but I know empty nutsack is a thing. Like I guess that blue ball feeling, but when you bang, 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 like you have like one of those sessions where you just bang from fucking morning to fucking night, and
never done that.
Like you feel like that throbbing where your nuts are like empty, like you're like, oh, there's no juice left in there, motherfucker, stop. Oh.
This is why you have 20 kids,
I've experienced that. I don't know if I've experienced blue balls, like my nuts hurting from not fucking.
I like how you attributed the pain to your balls being empty instead of you slapping them over and over the entire day.
He's depleted all his sperm.
No one that calls this show knows science or how anything works. They're all idiots. Like, that is not true. Bofa, I love you. But that is the dumbest.
You're like, I bang, bang, bang all day long.
Morning and night, I'm a bang, bang, bang. You're out of your mind.
And the reason why they are sore is they're empty.
Yeah. The reason they're sore is there's no juice left in my balls. That's not true.
You slapped them you slapped them silly, and they're sore. Like you slap any part of your body for a long enough time.
That's how you got the black balls, right?
Thank you for remembering that. Tom had black balls. Don't ever let Tom not. He showed them to me.
I heard him on a stunt.
No, you were fucking your wife, and you said you.
I think I told you that. I told you. Right?
You lied to me then.
Because I did lie to you.
It was a long con.
I fucked so hard.
It was a long con. He said he fucked his wife, one half of the Barbaric team, so hard.
No, come on.
He never knew that was going to come back.
He blacked his balls. Black balls. And he wanted me to call him that. He's like, the strong of the Barbaric
pirate name.
Call me Black Balls.
I lie to you all the time, every day.
God damn.
I've never fucked hard enough to make my balls black.
No one has.
Well, you said you had. He's remembering it. He remembers it. Here's another one.
Have you ever masturbated just to get it done, even though you didn't feel like it, but you know you might do it later? Just asking.
Yeah, that's
preemptive jacking off.
That's called taking a white pee, and it's just a form of relieving yourself. Yeah.
I don't do it.
You're just you're just getting it out. Because it's going to
poison out.
It's going to change your body chemistry a little bit, give you some endorphin rush, and make you less focused on that, so that you're clear minded.
Yeah,
it happens. I think all the time for men.
But sometimes, in place of it, I just have a little piece of dark chocolate.
Concrete Toad says that you can fuck yourself out of semen.
He's on fire today. He's on fire today. When you're on cocaine and you're just blasting them everywhere?
Well, you only have your body can only make it so fast. So I believe that, but once you do that, it's not going to cause your balls to hurt or ache.
7 times in one day, Toad, that's too much. Aren't you raw by then?
Yeah, man.
Oh, he's the toad. That's
yeah,
why they-
toads are raw. Have you ever felt their skin?
Also, he's
Slimy.
he's a real man.
Yeah, he's
so
a slamphibian.
every part of his body, his hands, his penis, everything is all callous
don't
and
talk
rough.
about-
That's gotta be rough for his wife.
I hope Concrete Mike comes over and punches you in the face and says,
We still
"Don't
gotta do
ever
a chatting
talk
with the
about my
masters with
penis."
him. I gotta set that
he
up.
says he don't wear underwear, and he's got
Jeans.
concrete jeans.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah, he's got concrete ding dong.
yeah, and he doesn't have any skin sheath because he's circumcised. I think. Like
Why do you know that?
Wow, my God. How do you know that?
Every red-blooded American should be.
Oh, shame.
And,
Your sons are.
No sons of mine. Let's try. You got an email? Let's go email.
Yeah.
Let's go email.
Underage Florida trash driving. Hi, Tom, Dan, and Sam. My dad had me driving around with him as the passenger when I was 12. We had a weekend routine where he would run his errands and we'd have breakfast and he'd let me drive the whole time.
That sounds fun as hell, man.
He thought it was an important skill for a child to have. He made sure I knew how to drive a manual also when I was a kid. His reasoning being kids should know how to drive in case of some emergency. I was just happy to be driving a car in like 6th grade. I feel like this is definitely a Florida or white trash thing, or maybe it was just a different time. Will Tom and Dan let their children drive underage? I feel like no one does this anymore other than teaching in a parking lot.
Full transparency, I've already let Maisie do it.
Oh, yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
We'll sit on your lap
Yeah.
and steer. Yeah, we've done it before.
Oh, just the steering kind of.
Yep.
Yeah, well, they
I let
can't
her
reach.
do it. I let her do it on the Honda Ruckus. Don't tell that. I let her. I let her sit in my lap and I ride her around.
Yeah, that's fine. I
Yeah.
mean, I've driven my kids around.
You
in
gotta
four-wheeler.
put them on a motorcycle. Yeah.
Dude, the other day I was I was driving home and I swear to God, this child must have been 2 years old, and they were sitting on like the front bar of a scooter. While the parent was driving down the
No,
sidewalk.
you see that
and I
all
was
the
like,
time.
that baby is gonna break its head. It didn't have a helmet.
No, you
nothing.
see that all the
that's
time.
sketchy,
You
yeah.
see that all the time. You know the one that recently I've been seeing a lot of, and I'm not making a joke here. I wish that they would police this. You'll see family or mom going to drop off kid on one of those Lime scooters, and the kid's just standing on either on the back of the scooter holding the mom or dad. I've seen it 3 or 4 times where it's a parent and then a kid holding them, and they're both standing on the Lime scooter going to whatever with no
Yeah.
helmet on. You're going to get hit by a car, and you're both going to die. It's going to happen.
That's fine. Leave them alone. They're let them do whatever they want.
Well, they're like traveling. Like I'm in a parking lot, like going 3 miles an hour. They're going 15, 20 miles an hour down a sidewalk.
Oh, you're putting yourself and your kid's life in danger, but do what you want. Crystal's dad lives close to Turkey Leg and like basically 3 blocks over. So every time we're down there visiting, when we go to Crystal's dad's house, we let the boys like ride on our lap and steer like one there and one back or whatever.
That's cool.
Do they like it?
Yeah, oh yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, and then
Well, I don't know. Nothing moves the needle for them, Dan, so I'm just making sure.
They do like that.
I honestly got so excited about it. I was just thinking about me because my dad used to do that. I was like, yes, it's fun. It's fun.
And now it's through a neighborhood, and we will see cars like pass us, and then they'll give us shit eye.
Oh, really?
Because they got a fucking kid, and we used to do. I mean, a couple years ago we started this, so it was like they were younger than 6 and 7. But it's a baby sitting on your lap steering a car, and
Brittany got in a conservatorship because of that.
I know.
Oh, we got it around
It's all
Baldwin.
white trash parents too.
Somebody mentioned it in our Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live, and we've got it around here, and I have a feeling it's coming, and they're going to crack down. But the amount of rich white kids that drive their parents'
And the golf
expensive
carts,
golf
too,
carts
yeah.
around here is out of control, and they go ripping through the parking lot, and it ain't going to be me. Just, you're going to get Andrea Dennis calling and shutting everybody's party
Oh,
down.
no, she's gonna carrot them.
She will shut it down.
Just let them do
Dude,
what they want.
No, she'll shut it all down. She
what?
don't like it.
Is it hurting her?
Well, if we're out there playing or something, or Maisie's riding her bike,
They don't abide by any of the fucking
They don't look at
traffic
stop
rules.
signs or anything. They just rip through the parking lot. We might be riding our
Yeah,
bikes
think about
or
when
something.
you were a teen. If you had a goddamn golf cart.
Yeah.
Chaos.
I did.
It's not good.
Because golf carts, they're becoming more and more popular in neighborhoods, and like
It's a boom.
people are like into golf carts because it's happening like in Satellite Beach. There's golf carts everywhere, and like even in my neighborhood, in the fancier side, they all have golf carts, and then they'll come and they're slowly like a neighbor that bought like a $400,000 house that they redid. He moved in and got a golf cart, and he lets his kids drive around, and they'll go down our cul-de-sac, and he's got like a teenage kid, and it was her and like 3 of her girlfriends like sitting on the golf, like hauling ass down the road. My neighbor Mike yelled at him for slow down, and then they like he did the like hey.
Yeah, I love doing that. I love scaring them.
I'd never do it because it's too awkward.
It's fun. It's fun.
And like my kids weren't out there. I was like, but they were hauling ass, and I was like, oh man.
Would your wife have said something though if your kids were out there and she was out there?
Oh yeah.
See, Andrea doesn't say anything. So no, I might yell. Andrea ain't gonna say anything. Andrea is going to wait until she has all the information she's gathered from her.
She's going to collect all her evidence.
She will collect all of her evidence, and then she will
put in a formal complaint.
And she will put in a formal complaint, and she will end up changing it for every. Like she will do like something that when she uses her power and unleashes it. It is not just some hey. It's not that. It's the police show up, and then they're talking to the parents, and it's a mess.
And, it's for their own probably benefit because they're going to rock it out in front of a car. And then if a car hits you, you don't have seatbelts in golf carts. You're going to go rocketing out. Yeah. So all in all, it's for their own good. But you're ruining
really
a good
fun.
time. They're out there, teens having fun.
Let's do another email.
Okay. This is from our buddy Jesse. Possible BDM beach party, question mark. I have 16 hits of some high voltage LSD left. That is all.
Oh my God, no. I don't need
I've
never done acid.
Tony's
Me either. Scared.
Never done LSD. I've done mushrooms
I'm down
before.
for some mushrooms, but the acid scares me.
Yeah. Too concentrated. I'm like, mushrooms is natural.
Right.
But we are thinking about doing another BDM beach party, and I've been talking to Tony about it, and details will come. Obviously, we'll let everybody know.
Must have been left out of those
Details
emails.
will come.
We had too much going on.
He mentioned, he's like, I'm thinking about doing, like, BDMs want another beach party. I'm like, all right, let's, and at first he was like, let's do it. We could do it small and easy, but I don't like doing those small and easy. I'm like, hey, let's, like
difficult
big and hard.
Yeah.
Let's make some calls and but I think we can do it this year.
That would be fun.
We'll let the BDMs know.
All right, you want to try?
Let's do one more voicemail.
One more. Let's try this one.
I just want to tell Samantha how much I enjoy when she makes fun of Tom's kids to his face and does that voice. It literally brings me tears of joy, and I look forward to it every podcast. Samantha, keep up the good fucking work.
All right. A big fan of Samantha. And,
I appreciate that. Mocking your children. I'll try and slip those in now for every show.
I like it because it's true. And it's how she really feels inside.
It's her. What do we say? It's your inner core. It's your core.
I'm just using the material you give me on how they are.
By the way, that's
I don't even think you've interacted with them enough to even draw a conclusion on what they would do one way or the other. So it's a fabricated.
They come here, they never say a fucking word to me.
It's a great impression, but it's not rooted in anything. Really.
That's my new favorite joke is claiming that's how I really feel inside as a way to like somehow justify what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's my truth. Yeah.
But
did you bring those boys that Simpsons drawing book?
No,
I forgot it. I did put it closer to the door to remember to bring it.
I saw you threw it on the floor yesterday.
I put it on my pile. The bill pile.
Let's try one more. Let's go with this one.
Hey man, on a whim, I checked out the new Limp Bizkit album, and dude, you were not lying, man.
We heard this one, right?
Good as fuck.
No, there's been a bunch of these.
Okay.
They're sticking to the roots, and
there's been a lot of people have been weighing in.
Y'all been sleeping on the Limp Bizkit now.
Yeah, look, it's Limp Bizkit, right? I mean, you're getting Limp Bizkit, but it's not.
They haven't changed the formula.
Yeah, it's not going to win any awards. It's not going to. Your wife isn't going to be like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard."
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Yeah, it's the same old Limp Bizkit. A lot of more bands should do that, and I feel like maybe they are, like trying, like, you know.
Well, there's a ton of reunion tours going on right now too.
Yeah.
Everybody's playing their old albums.
The biggest one I saw, and I was like, at first I was like, oh, I want to see it. And then I was like, I think I've seen this concert 25 times. It's The Used, Rise Against, Census Failed.
Yeah.
That, to me, I've seen that lineup of those three bands touring together probably 6-7 times.
Do you think it's become so easy to promote concerts and promote yourself because of social media and the internet that bands are like, well, why not do it? Like, before social media,
they're cashing in on nostalgia.
No, that's.
Well,
But
you
also
just find your pockets of people that'll still pay to see you, and you go there.
But let's talk about like pre-social media and pre the internet. How would a band promote their tour? Radio
Gotta get
stations,
a booking agent,
right? And then so you would promote it on radio stations. That cost money because all radio stations became corporate.
It was a little more set in stone, I think,
Yeah.
too. Yeah, you'd book it for the year, whereas I think they can flip on a dime now a little bit easier.
I'm trying to remember how back when I was like a kid, like pre-adolescent to teen, how I found out, like prior to the internet, how I found out about like punk rock shows.
Well, like Ticketmaster and like certain ticketing sites would.
Yeah, but I'm saying there weren't websites. I'm saying before the internet.
Did Ticketmaster release like a list of shows somewhere, or would it be in the back
And, like,
of
a
some
newspaper or something? I can't
would
remember.
do it. Then there would be like
Orlando
websites
Weekly
that would do it that you could go to.
word of mouth?
Yeah.
But they would be hard to promote an upcoming show because you would have to pay for the promotion, right? Or go through.
Or you'd have to go to the venue and look at the poster
Yeah.
outside on the box office.
Yeah. Or
Oh,
call.
God.
Remember when
yeah,
you would
could
call? You could call
They have
and
a
they'd-
list of concerts.
Yeah, they'd have like a recording.
So I'm sure back in the day, before social media, you would have to pay a lot of money to promote your show. And now, like, if you're like, let's name obscure, like your Cake, right? So
wow, that's a good obscure band.
So your Cake, and you have a lot of social media followers. Like, I don't know how much the lead singer of Cake has, but
a little problematic, but yeah, a decent amount.
You know, and then so you're like, well, let's plan a tour, let's book it ourselves, or we get a booking agent to
Last
do.
time I saw them was at Firestone here in town, so that's the size of venue they were at.
Well, the ticketing, it'll go through the venue or through a third-party site that's next to nothing. You'll pay a small fee, right? And then we'll promote it ourselves, and we'll, I guess get our agent to set up some, local media interviews or whatever. Like, hey, Cake's at what's the venue, right? The skate competition was at
Plaza.
The Cake's at the Plaza, and then we talked to lead singer Cake, and and then
he goes,
they sell tickets.
All right, yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's going the distance. Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's my Cake impression.
It makes so much sense if you could do it really easy and have a payday, and then you just plan it out. Like, all right, we're going to do these 15 stops, so we'll make $25,000 a piece after all expenses, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's probably how they do it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And why turn down that payday if you can? Hence, and plus, after the pandemic, I feel like a lot of people were pent up and now pushed out there to tour more.
A couple of people were talking about in the chat room how you think this spring and summer, because it is seeming like we were going to try and do this last year but didn't because we had COVID ramp back up, and now it seems like we're definitely in a better place. So do you think that it's going to just be apeshit bananas for these for spring and summer?
Yes.
Well,
yeah, I kind of feel like it is too.
We've got 11 different events we're going to be a part of, and that's just in Sanford. In the rest of the year, and then plus
we haven't even started planning like a BDM event or
our own personal events.
our own personal events,
and then the amount of street parties and people that have been reaching out to us that are going on, like it's
not to mention
open.
the things we're already working on,
right?
Yeah, and so everything is open and people are planning. I even feel like another variant comes out, people will be like, "Fuck it, keep going."
That's
they're tired of it.
Yeah,
then that's what
maybe
where
that's
we're
what
at.
EJ had.
Like
the new one.
even like the cover in Newsweek, and I think it might be this week or
People
last
are
week.
fed up with it.
Yeah, it was that one where it's an arm and it says like alpha, beta, delta, and then it's listing all of them, and then they get to the bottom and it's just like the last one. And you can already tell, like, as they're listing, it's like fuck it, I don't even care anymore.
And it's natural because even people that want to be safe and stuff, you just get fucking tired of it.
It's
after
a
while.
grind, yeah.
And you're just like, I want to get back to doing what I want and stop doing all these protocols and all this stuff. And, it's people are tired of it.
Yeah, man, all I want to do is finger blast.
They just want to have the option to do what they want.
All I want to do is finger blast and get blue balls so bad that I call a radio show and tell them about it.
All right, bye-bye.
I was at my home last night, and I was walking around at home, and I realized I'd really like a floor.
Yeah. Floors are good.
Floors make your house nice, buddy.
Yeah.
Gotta have a floor.
If you think about it, it's what covers the majority of your damn house.
I thought you were going to say manure. And I didn't know why. And then I was going to counter with, if you don't have a floor, I feel bad for you, son. This is the ad. This is the one that puts them on the map. No more hogs, only floors.
Every time I think of manure, I think of Back to the Future Biff.
I'm Back to the Future Biff. I'm Biff Manure for At Home Floor Store.
I got a text the other day from a former business associate of ours.
Okay.
And they said, hey, I just used one of your sponsors, At Home Floor Store.
Oh,
they
no
came
way.
by my house. They were great. They left the sample so I could see what they look like.
Yep.
I walk by them every day. And she asked me, like, hey, I know you and Daniel used them. Were they really that good?
Oh,
I'm
they're
like,
amazing.
We both redid our entire
Amazing.
houses.
Yeah.
The installation was amazing. They did exactly what they said they were going to do on schedule. The product was vastly less than any other place.
The major difference was that I didn't have to. Okay, I don't think I've ever really said this part when we've done these ads, and I'm trying to think of new things to talk about. But I talked to Andrea about it, and Andrea said that she really liked the fact that the pressure was less. And what I mean by that is sometimes when you're in the store and you're looking at stuff, you're kind of rushed to make a decision because you want to get this thing going, especially now with supply child demand. We're leaving all this in, by the way. With supply chain,
problems.
It's almost like you buy that, you gotta get it, go. It's like
you're standing in a store, you're like, God,
with having
people are masked around.
with having the samples in my home, it was just a heck of a lot easier for us to make an educated decision. We weren't rushed, and we got the stuff we liked, and their install was amazing. I got luxury vinyl planking. They just laid it right on top of the tile, which not only sped it up, but they didn't have to tear up all the tile, which makes a huge mess. It was great, man. Just
listen,
awesome.
It's not going to cost you anything. Call AtHomeFloorStore.com. Get a At Home Floor Store representative over to your house in the At Home Floor Store van.
Yes, sir.
They'll see, like, what are you looking for? You're looking for tile, luxury vinyl plank, wood floor, composite
soft area. Sure.
Yeah, they have all flooring. They'll leave samples with you, and that way you can look at them throughout the week, and then call them and be like, I'll go with the luxury vinyl plank.
Yeah.
I like walnut.
Yeah.
And then they come install it great.
You do look like a walnut, man.
Anyway, it's easy. The process is easy, and it'll save you money at HomeFloorStore.com.